How is every person doing? How's everyone doing, guys? Welcome. Boop. All right, tweets out. How in the hell are we doing, everyone? Welcome. Oh. Okay. Vigilant, what's up? Disciple, how you doing? Joker, how are you doing? Welcome, everyone. My first stream in a minute. Well, welcome, dude. We've been just kind of chilling. It's time to you know, start getting down to business when it comes to raid prep and stuff. So I'm very excited for that. Oh, I think my fucking thing's broken. Shit. That's fine. It's good enough. I just turned the screen. Sorry, I have okay, wait 1 second. First off, let me turn on Dark Docs, cause holy shit. But I just realized that half of this is broken. This conditional formatting is broken, so let me fix this real quick. Oh, it's fixed. I don't even care. It's fine. Whatever. So we have a lot of prep to do, guys. We have a lot of prep that I need to do that we're going to be working on today. I swear I just saw a raid belt thumbnail with you holding a raid belt. I don't think so. Maybe one of the world's first races, maybe I made that as a thumbnail. Dude, you know how many thumbnails I've made? I've literally made like 2,000 thumbnails in my life. Like, it's so... Like, if we just take a second to look at this, 1 second, let me go to my thumbnail folder. So these are all the ones I've used from the last, like, 2 years. And then if we go down here, I have used thumbnails too. And these are all the thumbnails I've used. Jesus fucking Christ. And then if you go back, I have a whole nother folder full of used thumbnails that, I've made a lot of thumbnails, guys. I've been doing this a long fucking time. So, so there we go. There we go. I've been doing this too long. So yeah, I've probably made a thumbnail of me doing everything under the fucking sun at this point. So the last thing I need to do on my hunter this week, other than clan bounties, let me message, is Jordan on? Because we do have to do some of these clan bounties, probably do some trials or something. So what raid are you wishing to come next season? Wrath. I want Wrath. I either want Wrath or I combine King's Fall, Crota's End. I don't know what is going to happen, obviously, but if I had, I mean, okay, I think in this order, Wrath of the Machine, combined King's Fall, Crota's End, regular King's Fall. That's what I want to happen. Do you have a T-post thumbnail? I actually don't know. I don't know. You listen to that Shower Scene acoustic remix? Yeah, it was pretty good. I prefer, you know, metal-y stuff. So I prefer the original, but it was very good, man. Just watched your videos yesterday where you soloed Argos, dude. That shit was a lot of fun. Hey, Scare, we modded Vigilant Corgi in the Discord. Do we want to give him a wrench here? No, I'm going to ban him here, actually. That's the trade-off. You can be a mod in the Discord, but, banned. Banned from chat. That's the rule. Finishing my second character. Nice. My good friend Flame Illusion says he told me, told me he would like to scrap you. What does that mean? Like fight? Bro, I'll kick his ass. I'm like 7 foot tall, bro. He doesn't stand a chance. Plus with a name like Illusions. Damn, dude, he's probably a little bitch. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just kidding. Physical altercations is not the way, but I'll kick his ass in a fucking Triumph score battle, that's for sure. I'm gonna do a T-post thumbnail now. I can't get that idea out of my head. Right. So I think what you have to do to complete these on every character, if I'm not mistaken, is you have to pick them up on alts before you complete them. Damn, Sag. Thank you guys for being more active in the Discord than I am. I have so much going on. It's nice knowing that there is it is very nice to me. Like, okay, so like anyone who handles stuff over there. So Caleb, Sai, I don't even know if Senior still exists, but all you guys who handle a lot of the... Oh, Junior as well. Like, thank you for taking care of the Discord. It's nice having a sector, a portion of my community that I don't have to micromanage. You know, like on YouTube, like I'm involved with everything, right? Like I don't have an editor, I don't outsource anything. It's me. And with my streams, it's me. And everything, it's just me. My Twitter, it's all me. But it's nice having an area where it's just like someone else can do that. It's very nice. Yo, Azo, what's up? Yo, Eli, thank you for subbing. Yeah, so you can pick these up on all 3 characters as long as you have to pick them up before you complete them on one of your characters. Flame Illusions is not happy. He told me to tell you to sleep with one eye open. Damn. About to sue my guy for... How much did Bungie sue that kid for? Flame Illusions? More like, Flame, you owe me $2 million. Yo, how's everyone doing? You don't even have a role in the Discord? That's because every time I try to give you a role in any Discord lab, you're like, I don't want to roll with this Discord. Scara, in your opinion, who's smarter, Marasov or Osiris? Let's check the facts here. Marasov has her own throne world, has some sort of crazy ass power that we have not even begun to understand, disabled the Dreadnought for X amount of time, infiltrated and foiled Oryx's plans, and is essentially like a timeless, deathless being. Osiris is like in a coma and doesn't have a ghost and is just an old fucker at this point. So Mara, definitely. So there you go. Am I the only one to notice we have 3 days to prep for the raid, just like King's Fall? Don't read fucking in it. Don't read into that, guys. It's like 10 years ago we had 3 days to prep for the raid. So this time we have 3 days to prep for the raid. You could say I think you could make like literally the same argument against Vault of Glass, right? Like I think Vault of Glass was also 3 days, and why would Wrath not be 3 days as well? How many days? Wrath of the Machine launch. Wrath of the Machine was September 23rd. When did Rise of Iron launch? September 20th. Yeah, what? You can't. It's gonna be King's Fall because they were both 3 days later. It won't be Wrath of the Machine because it was 3 days later. It's the same. It's the same. Osiris just a dude with a dead ghost. Later's haters, as Segura says. Defeat combatants with SMGs, sidearms, shotguns, fusion rifles. And with an incredible score, 300,000. Oh, you have to run like a legend of this, don't you? I'm just gonna fucking join a random Destiny 2 PC LFG. I think I forgot about that this was a thing. Later's haters. Dares of Eternity. This is how I find, like, all the time. DOE Legend Farm? Fuck that. 300k? Yup. Okay, so we're gonna join this random person. Oh, let me throw on Gajali. Gallahorn, and a Heritage and an SMG. Oh, what the fuck is this? What? Sorry. Boom, and then my Heritage, which is on this guy. No way. Is that the real Scaro 9? That's what he's gonna say. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it. No way. Watch this. Wait for it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just too full of myself, actually. Yeah, I'm too full of myself. Never mind. He was just voicing. He was just. There you go. Confirmed. OMG, Scaro 9 confirmed Vault of Glass 2.0. Scaro, we have to talk about this. VOG came out 1 week and a half after a new season. The new VOG. Yeah, you're right. Ready? This is why I just do the normal 180k bounty. It's not like it's hard. We'll load in. We'll be fine. We'll be vibing. It'll be a good time. Oh, shit. You get locked in this, right? Where the fuck is Rockets? Damn it. Yo, Clerics, what's up? Loading in dares to flex my 527, and then the season rolled over. Oh, damn. Didn't know Wrath was also 3 days. Yeah, that's it. Bungie was very... They always did that. And I think they did that, unless I'm mistaken, I think they did that with Leviathan as well. When did Destiny 2 launch? It was September 9th? September 9th? September 11th? September 6th. When did the Leviathan launch? I think it was the 9th. Oh. September 13th. Oh, so you had a week. You had a... Yeah, okay, it came out the following Friday. It do be like that. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! That's awesome. I fucking knew it. I called it. Alrighty. Especially when the bounty is like get melee kills or some dumb stuff. Oh wait, what? It's not hard. Oh, it's not hard, but LFGs get mad when you aren't spamming Galley. Yeah, fair enough. I should be fine. This is a pretty easy one. What weapon do you have the highest kill count on? My Recluse has 99,999 kills on it. Crown came out day of. Crown came out 7 or 8 hours after. It was what I would consider the worst failure experiment. Like, obviously, Bungie was like toying around with the idea and trying to see what would happen. I consider it an utter failure, but it was by far the least played day one raid. It was just like, it was miserable, dude. It was so miserable. What light is this at? Oh shit. Just trying to really just farm out SMG and shoddy kills right now. What's up, Neb? Which raid do you want back? Wrath of the Machine. So, like, not even close. But like I said, if it's not Wrath, I'm on severe copium that it's gonna be a combined Crota Zen King's Fall. I know it won't be, but that's once again, I'm huffing the copium on that one, really. Oh shit. Just trying to farm these kills because this arena is a little bit more wide than the other ones, so it'll be easier to focus on getting my kills when there are fewer people to compete with. Oh shit. King's Fall is better than Wrath. If you run every raid a total of 1 time, then I understand how you could think that. If you have ever done a raid a second time, there is no way you think King's Fall is better than Wrath of the Machine, dog. No way. Wrath of the Machine, like Crota, or sorry, that King's Fall is better than Wrath. I don't know what the fuck I just said, but King's Fall has Oryx, which is the only encounter that is cool the first time you run it, and then is utter trash every other time you ever do the raid. So, I bet your final account final bullets are more than 5 million. I actually don't know. No, just 2 million. Just 2 million, man. Guess I'm not a gamer. A Scare 25 stream during a bored night shift? No way, hell yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, so tomorrow, early tomorrow, like we're talking probably like 9 a.m. Eastern, we are going to be continuing the zombies grind. We decided to switch up the timing so our Australian friends can get a little bit more sleep. So starting 9 o'clock tomorrow, we're starting Black Ops 2. Marco has never done Black Ops 2 ever. So we're going to be doing Transit, Die Rise, and Buried. We'll be doing probably the Richtofen storyline and then the Maxis storyline. And then I'm not sure what else we'll have time for, if anything. But we're going to hit all the Victus maps tomorrow. The 3 Victus maps, do both the Easter eggs. And then in the next stream after that, that's what I'm most excited for, because that's when we'll be able to do Mob of the Dead and Origins, which will be... I'm so excited for that, guys. I'm so excited for that. 2 of my top 3 favorite maps. In fact, my first favorite map, my actual favorite map, oh fuck, is Shadows of Evil. And so, if we're fast, we might be able to hit Mob of the Dead and then Origins and then Shadows, which is, oh my god, that'll be the best stream in the history of forever, dog. The 3 greatest maps, in my opinion. So I'm really excited to do that. We've been having a lot of fun with zombies. If you guys haven't been paying attention, me, Evan F, and Marco Styles, as well as Evan's editor, Ark, we've been running through all the zombies Easter eggs, the Call of Duty zombies Easter eggs in chronological order. Or in the order they came out. We just finished Black Ops 1, so we did Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, Moon up to this point. And I think we're just gonna go all the way, man. Evan has only ever done Black Ops 2. He's only played a couple Black Ops 3 maps, never done the Easter eggs. Black Ops 3 is my favorite. Marco has never really played Call of Duty Zombies, and neither has Ark. So it's just been like me, a zombies old man, a veteran, teaching these spry younglings how amazing Call of Duty Zombies is. So it's been a lot of fun. So if you haven't been tuning into those streams, oh fuck, I'm bad. You very much should, because they are a ton of fun. Snakeskin boots, dude, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good, man. Oh, I need to check this bounty actually. Oh, we're vibing, dog. When you're such a joke of a raid boss that you become a Traversal challenger. Moon Easter egg was so gas back in the day. Watching their reactions to like the moon blowing up and stuff, it's so good. Or when Samantha, when you complete cryogenic slumber party and Samantha comes out of the pyramid. Oh, such a good time, man. Wrath is the better raid, but let's not pretend King's Fall Taken King isn't the only reason Destiny remained relevant. People say that shit about like so much, dog. People are like, I'll have you know, the Darkblade Strike is the single reason why Destiny remained relevant. I don't think King's Fall has anything to do with that. I think Taken King does. I think if they would have released any other raid, it would have been fine. Remember, in Destiny 1, raids were only done by, like, I think on average, like 5% of the population. So I would not, with the exception of the existence of Vault of Glass and Bungie making the name for themselves and as like the first real first-person shooter raid, I wouldn't really attribute much of Destiny's success to that. I would say what would have had a lot larger impact in the grand scheme of things is Trials. Are they all the COD streams saved? Yes. If you go on the channel, you go on your live streams, yeah, you can see them. A lot of fun. It'll be interesting how the boys will react to Zetsubo. I can't wait for the giant spider monster, dude. I think... the fact is I don't think any of them have ever played Zetsubo. So we're gonna go down that slide to the giant spider, dude, and it's just gonna, like, someone's gonna shit themselves. Like, just straight up. It's gonna be awesome. Man, I can't believe it blows my... So Evan likes to generalize sometimes, and so he's always like, most of the veterans consider Black Ops 1 to be the high point of zombies. And it's like, I know quite a few veterans of zombies. I also watch, like, still to this day, watch like 15 zombies YouTubers. I fucking love zombies. And I don't think I've ever heard a single person who actually has played every Call of Duty ever call Black Ops 1 the pinnacle of zombies. You know, like, that's actually, I feel like maybe Evan's views are a little bit skewed because he's never played Black Ops 3, but his mind's gonna be fucking blown, dude, and I'm here for it. Like, you know, usually the conversation is Black Ops 1 versus Black Ops 2. It's not even close. It's not even close, in my opinion. Black Ops 3 is just better. I love Black Ops 3. Black Ops 2 is where they started a lot of the experimentation with cool stuff like buildables and bigger Easter eggs like the super Easter. I guess technically Moon was a super Easter egg, but you know, the buried Easter eggs are the next evolution of that. But Black Ops 3 is where they really perfected having each of the maps have their own character, inside Easter eggs, and buildables in not a tedious way. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful, and I'm looking forward to it. Oh, what the shit? Golgroth's already a top 5 encounter. No, it's not, dude. You're lying to yourself. You're actually lying to yourself. Golgroth is a cool idea, but it was very poorly implemented. That's just straight up a fact. It's straight up a fact. And even, like, Golgroth legit isn't that interesting. Like, I know Dado likes to simp over it, and because Dado likes to simp over it, a lot of people like to simp over it. But it's just like, it's kind of... There's no way any single person on this planet, there's no way anyone legitimately believes that Golgroth is better than legit Riven, is better than Axis, is better than Galron. These giant, magnificent encounters with a billion mechanics going on. There's no way. There's literally no way, dog. It's like, and it's like, it's cool that people like that encounter or like what that encounter could have been, but the facts are that the encounter wasn't that. And even the encounter that way Bungie intended is such a shell of an encounter, mostly because it's like a Destiny 1 encounter, compared to some of the shit we get nowadays, dog. Pull it? Is Golgroth a top 5 raid encounter? I'll pull it. I'll pull it, dog. Axis, you're on Copium? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, what about Golgroth is interesting? Absolutely fucking not. Oh, can I vote in my own polls, by the way? No, I can't vote. Absolutely not. I think the only reason anyone views that encounter favorably is because Dado is such a white knight for that encounter. And that's because of his, like, MMO background. But it's just, like, the complexity and the elegance of something like I consider my top 2 encounters ever, I would consider to be legit Riven, which Riven has the same problem of Golgroth where you can easily cheese that, and they've never fixed it, which I think is criminal. But like legit Riven and Galron, I consider to be like the pinnacle of Destiny encounters. I think they represent everything that is just a beautiful, perfect raid encounter. You can speed them up. They have many different mechanics that are going on simultaneously that flow together very well. Golgroth has nothing even fucking close to that. You know, it's one guy stands here, these 5 people rotate, and we're talking about Golgroth legit. These 5 people rotate. Golgroth has the something that plagues a lot of encounters, where it's like the first 30 seconds, the first minute is just like killing shit, which is not fun. Very similar to like Aatrax. But at least Aatrax, you can speed it up or skip that section entirely if you so please. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. I'm not saying Golgroth is a bad encounter, but in no way, shape, or form does it even come close to things like to Riven or Golgroth or even like Axis, because Axis is what I would consider like a baby form. Even like Oryx, like if you just make a way for Oryx to not be mandatory a 15-20 minute encounter, to go four full rounds, Oryx is a top encounter. I will die on that hill. But in its current form, the Oryx encounter in Destiny 1 sucks. It's awful. It is the most tedious, boring, monotonous encounter of all time, just because you're forced to go 4 times. You make it like Riven or like Axis or like Galron, where a skilled team can do DPS and end the encounter sooner. Oryx is a top encounter. Easy. Easy. It's not even close. It's just... Yeah, okay. 75 or 70% of people, yeah, have said that Golgroth is not a top 5 encounter, so... Yeah, even Argos. Yeah, I agree with that. Argos is better than Golgroth any day of the week. Argos has movement. It has, once again, multiple mechanics that flow together really well. It's visually amazing. Just all of these different things. So, all of these different things that... Golgroth is a very static encounter. The way they wanted you to do it is obviously less static, but it is even the way they want you to do it. It's a singular back and forth mechanic that is not interesting. Absolutely not interesting. In order, top 5 encounters of all time: Riven, Rolk. I don't know if I'd put Rolk up there. Valkor. I don't think I'd put Valkor up there either. Argos and Galron. I agree with 3 of those. I'd put Axis. And I go back and forth on this all the time. It's so hard to rank these. It's so hard because there's so many factors. Like Aatrax, I love the Aatrax encounter if you're low man. That's because it gets rid of that annoying intro phase where you have to just kill things for 40 minutes because you spend so much time prepping that you don't even notice that phase. Yeah, I don't think Rolk is... I like the Rolk encounter. I like how unique the Rolk encounter is. I do not consider Rolk to be a top 5 encounter. I think, like, as a complete experience, Vow is definitely one of my favorite raids. It's a phenomenal raid. I like it a lot. But I don't know if any of those encounters are necessarily... top of their class. Like, I think the thing that Vow does well is every encounter is like a solid 8 out of 10, where like in normal raids what happens is let's take like Deepstone, you have like Aatrax and Taniks, which are awesome encounters, like 10 out of not 10 out of 10 but like 9 out of 10 encounters, and then you have like Security and Descent, which are like, you know, 6 out of 10 encounters, and then it evens out. It makes Deepstone a really great raid. Vow is like consistently an above average encounter, in my opinion. Enjoyment on each encounter, with the exception of the boat at the beginning. And that's what makes Vow such a strong experience. I think like a really good comparison, like Galron, I've already said, is my second favorite encounter of all time. I hated running Crown of Sorrow. I hated running it. I never found it interesting because the first 2 encounters sucked so bad. The Galron phase 1 was all right, and then Galron was a masterpiece. But like, I'm not the type of person that will suffer through 20 minutes of bullshit to get to an awesome encounter, you know? So that's why I like Vow so much, but I don't think any of the encounters in Vow would be considered top 5 in my opinion. They're just like above average. They're just like good. Val, just because of difficulty and teamwork. The thing about Valkor is I feel like it's too linear. Like, the thing with Val is I really do like that encounter, and I like that raid a lot. I think it gets unnecessary amounts of hate. But where you have, like... So, like, all of the best raid encounters have a lot of things going on in parallel. So you have, like, 2 or 3 different teams doing different things at the same time, and then you all, like, come together and you peak together for one, like, final moment. The thing I don't like about the Valkor encounter is that it is 6 people doing a single thing in a linear progression, and that makes the time it takes to do one phase entirely too long, if that makes sense. So whereas like one phase of Riven takes 5 minutes, one phase of Alka-Or takes 40 minutes, you know, because there are so many different things you have to do in a linear progression. You know, you have to grab the ball and pass it to cleanse the buff, and then hit Valka-Or to stop from wiping, and then you have to kill the gladiators, and you have to go into space, and then you have to arm the missiles, and then you have to destroy, go into space again and destroy this stuff, and then you finally get to a damage phase, where Riven is like 2 teams doing a couple of things, boom, and then you combine up top. Same thing with Galron. You have 3 teams doing things at the same time, you combine at top, and it makes it feel less tedious because you're doing multiple things at one time, whereas everything in Valka-Or is done one after the other in series, and it's oh yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's like like if we think about it like an electricity diagram type thing, the good encounters do things in parallel, where the more tedious encounters do things in series. I think is the best way to put it. How would you rank Garden? The more I play Garden, the less I like it. Galron is so close to number 1 in my opinion, but Riven legit is a masterpiece. Yeah, I think like Riven's like a perfect 10 out of 10, and like Galron's like a 9.8. That's like, yeah, I totally agree with that. What's Scarrow doing with the other hand? You know, don't worry about it. Caretaker's pretty dope. I think Caretaker's my favorite encounter in WoW. How do we get rid of these tokens? Tokens? Oh, I'm gonna have to do a Shattered Throne. Fuck, I didn't think about that, dog. That's right. Yeah, you're gonna have to go give those to the statues. Garden's boss top 3 soundtracks. Don't at me. This is Aries. I don't know if you're like purposely picking takes that you know I will disagree with. That's a very interesting one to have. I have repeatedly said that the final Sanctified Mind, the final boss of Garden. Is that right? Sanctified? Yeah, Consecrated is the first boss. Sanctified Mind has one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite raid soundtrack, because it sounds like a fucking sauna. So like, it's like, not, or like elevator music, like. We talk about Rolk. I really like the Rolk encounter. I think it also gets very long. It's more doing things in series rather than in parallel. But I think Rolk is an excellent encounter. I just wouldn't consider it one of my favorites. Like I said, Val's easily in my top 5 raids, I would say, just because replayability is kind of off the charts, especially if you get a checkpoint to skip that first part. I always feel bad because it's like, can you justifiably say, like, if you skip the first part? Because it's technically part of the raid, but also it's not really an encounter. I don't know. I really don't like the boat, though. Okay, I know you can skip this on Warlock. It's just been so long since I've done it. There we go. No, not there we go. Shit. I might have to put heat rises on. Oh. Yeah, I just needed that Queen's foil. Love these prep streams. I do too. They're very chill. You know, I like having these conversations, and it helps me, you know, make sure I didn't forget anything to prep. Helps me get in the mindset of the raids and stuff. I'm very excited, man. It's gonna be a good time. Really like the Leviathan's bath encounter. I could do with both, or without both baths and gauntlet. Yo, Z, what's up? Scarrow 25. I'm officially, I know I've said this, but it's just hard to get my mind around. It's hard to wrap my mind around. I'm officially the age I will be when I get my PhD. Like, how fucking crazy is that? After I joined grad school when I was 20 years old. When I joined the lab I'm in, I had just turned 21. Now I'm 25, on my way out, PhD in 9 months. Like, no big deal, you know. Everyone hates it. I love Callus. No, I like the Callus encounter. I like that a lot. I think it felt very much like a more Destiny 1 encounter, but I think it was very well done. I do really like the Callus encounter. I wish one thing I would change is in the Void Realm. I wish the route changed. I think it would be cool if you applied some sort of randomization so the people who were in the Void Realm didn't always just go to the same path. You know, that would definitely make it harder, but I think it would make it a lot more interesting and dynamic. Dr. Scarrow by 25, hell yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, I made an encounter tier list, excluding Val, since there's no list. Can I send it to you? And we can chat, just show my opinions. Yeah, let's fuck it, let's do it. I'll make a video. I'll make a video saying the worst tier list I've ever seen. Or maybe the best, I don't know. We'll see. What's the best raid? Seal Shadow, easy. Not even close, dog. Can I make that jump? Oh, I almost feel like I can't make that jump and I might have just fucked myself. Oh, never mind. Why? What the fuck am I stuck on? Gumshoe is not a raid title. Big dead, big sad. Oh, Arska, dude, Arska sent it. He was ready to fucking go. Sheesh. Might have to zoom in a bit. Yeah, we'll do that. Let me get into a blind well so I can AFK and get some stuff done. Don't hate on me. I'm fine. By the way, there's this new flavor of Advanced, guys. Just got it. Simple Flips Cherry Vanilla. And if you like Cherry Coke, Cherry Vanilla Coke, holy, it is so good. It is so good. Not being paid to say that, by the way. Oh my. Oh my. The vanilla is just so like, they got the vanilla aftertaste of like vanilla cherry Coke, like fucking point, like on point, dog. So good. What's your PhD in? So just to clarify, I don't have a PhD yet. I'll have it in less than a year, if everything goes well, which is, I always have to put that caveat on it. Like, everything is going fine. I'm on track. My boss and I have already had conversations about me graduating. I have an interview tomorrow. Nope, on Monday. I have an interview on Monday. Like I'm going towards graduation, but I always just feel like I have to put it like that. If everything goes well, because I don't trust it until I have it in my hands, you know? Happy 25. Thank you. But you can type !! advanced in chat to check it out. The fuck was that? Show seems a bit meh. What? Bro, I'm gonna ban you. That's my cat you're talking about. Oh. I want to join the same one as butt stuff. Can we get a pitch into for Scare to change his name to Dr. Scare 9? Oh, my Twitter will be Dr. Scare 9. Don't you fucking worry. That is happening. All right, now that they're doing that, let's check out this tier list by Arska. S. 10 out of 10. We have Riven. That's fine. Or should we start at the bottom? Let's start at the bottom. F tier raid encounters. Opening the Vault of Glass. Yeah, that's right. Powering the glyphs? The fuck is that? Oh, King's Fall? That's called totems, you nerd. Why did you call it powering? Who the fuck calls that encounter powering the glyphs? Who says that? Not a single person says powering the glyphs, dog. The Oracles. The Oracle's an F? Oh, this is a good encounter too. Arska, is this pre-Vogue 2.0? Oh, no, it's not. There's Vogue Destiny 2 Oracles up here. Okay. Original Oracles F tier. Yeah, okay. Opening the portal. I don't agree with that, dude. That shit was fun. And I think they're going to keep it in Destiny 2, but I hope you can throw the balls. And there's a shorter timer. Forming the bridge. 6-person, I agree. Well, man, I don't agree. Defending the complexes, agree. Gatekeeper, agree. Destiny 2 opening the Vault of Glass, yeah. And Ear the Death Singer. I'd probably put this in D. Mostly because of the challenge. D list. Daughters with the unknown players, I think, thumbnail. Yeah, that's a good take. Accepting Callus's gift. Oh, the first encounter of Spire? I don't agree with that. I'd put that in C. I'd put that in. That's one of the best forced length encounters. I'd put that one in C. Oh yeah. Oh, he said Vow's not on this. Vow is not on this. Vow opening would be an F for sure. Traversing the abyss. You put lanterns in D? Bro? So first off, I have 2 problems here. Learn the names of the encounters. Traverse the abyss? Are you a fucking 80-year-old? What's happening here, Arska? But lanterns in D? Dog, that shit's A+. Oh my god, dude. Destiny 2 Oracles, that's true, fair enough. Destiny 2 the Conflux. There is no difference between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 Confluxes other than the Wyverns. And the addition of the Wyverns makes it a better encounter, in your opinion? That's a weird thing. Gorgon's Labyrinth, I think, was better in Destiny 1. Actually, it just feels cheesy in Destiny 2. I don't know why. Oh, Crown Jumping Puzzle. That's fine. Hive Ritual Encounter. Are you serious? Why is the worst raid encounter of all time not in F tier? The fuck's happening here? The Hive Ritual Encounter is awful. One second, let me join this so I don't. Just gonna. Bruh. Oryx to taking King in C? Nah, F. I'll say, like, in parentheses, the first time you do it, A. Every subsequent time, F. Templar, Destiny 2 Templar, that's fine. Destiny 2 Gatekeeper encounter. Yeah, Vosic, first encounter, that's fine. Gauntlet. Escape the reactor. Follow the leader is down. Drawing out the call ever do. Escape the My brother in Christ, dog. You put the Sparrow encounter in C? You put the Sparrow encounter in C? Did the stream freeze? Wait, can you guys see me? I can see myself on my end. Can you guys see me? We good? You're good? Stream's good? Okay. Okay. I can't believe anyone would put the Sparrow encounter here. Oh, is someone... Second, I want to make sure we're good. My man put the Sparrow encounter from Scourge of the Past in C. After I slandered the Taken King. Oh, you guys didn't see me do any of these? Oh, these are pretty good. Drawing out the Consecrated Mind is a really good encounter. You guys can't see that. Boom. That's a fine encounter. The Sparrow encounter is much better than a C. Valkor phase 1, yeah, I agree. Insurrection phase, all the phase 1s, I agree. Kind of down here. Pleasure Garden in a C. Pleasure Garden's a B. Royal Bats is fine. Chasing a Consecrated Mind, I'd put it around C, yeah. Queen's Walk, B. The Descent, B. Descent's a C. Emperor Callus and B, that's fine. Axis Phase 1, no. Axis Phase 1's also a C. Destiny 2 Atheon. Shuro-Chi, I would put Shuro-Chi as an A, that's fine. Crota as an A. Kali as an A, Kali's a C. Kali's such a mid encounter. Consecrated Mind, I like that here as an A. Wait, are we in A's or B's? No, B. Do you go from B to S? Oh, shit. I should just rank these. Do you have the template here for this? Tier list maker Destiny raid encounters. How do I do it? How do I... Okay. We're gonna do this here in a second. We're gonna rank these. We're gonna rank these. Anytime you guys find shit like this, send it to me, by the way. Anytime you guys find any of these, please send them to me, because I enjoy doing shit like this. This is fun, and it's content. Because I can always, like, edit this and make, like, a video out of it or whatever. Does it include Vow? I'll check. If not, I can verbally do Vow. Or if someone can find an updated one that includes Vow, I can do that as well.
Primary well could take another boost.
Primary well can take another boost. Yeah, I'll put it in. I got you, bucko. After this one, we'll rank. How bad was it? 1 to 10? I'd say about a 6. we'll rank this. Or if someone can find one that includes the Vow ones, then we'll rank that one. Alan R, thank you so much. Check Discord DMs. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, Alan R, send me that. Send me that. There's too many ranks. You have far too many ranks here.
Off my map.
Why do you have so many ranks? Can I change the number of ranks on that? All right, so we completed this. All right, let me go to orbit. Oh, let me, we're gonna rank this. Let me see, does this one have Vow? If this one has Vow, we're gonna do this one. No, it does not. Here we go. Okay. Oh my god, this one has... Jesus fuck. Oh my, I don't want to do that. Can I just add some here? Like, how do I delete? Can I delete some of them? Can I be like, no, I don't want to do Golgoroth? Or not Golgoroth. I don't want to do any of the... Oh my god, this is insane. Yo, what's up, Evade? You can just ignore him. Oh, that's fair. That's fair enough. All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this, chat. We're gonna rank all of the raid encounters. And let me know what you think, okay? Let me know what you think. All right. The stills. What is the stills? Is this lanterns? I assume the stills is lanterns? Alright, if this is lanterns, A. Stills is... Okay, I didn't make the names, okay? To be clear. I'm just doing this. Building the bridge. Oh, why is there no F, by the way? There should definitely be an F tier. Sure, that looks awful. 1 second. We're gonna change the colors a little bit here. What the frick? Why are these the only colors? What is happening? Can I add a row above? Why are these the only color? Who picks? What is the? Who wants to use that? Or I'm gonna reset. No, what the fuck? Okay, well, don't just Google punctuation. Okay, here we go. Look, man, I don't make the rules. This is such a gross color. How do I make the colors back what you had them? You had nice colors and I changed them. Sheesh. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, can I like clear my cookies? Turn off dark mode presentation. Oh. Yes. Is F supposed to be red? I feel like F is not supposed to be red. Oh. Well, fucking keep this. I don't care. I don't care. Color scheming doesn't fucking matter. This is fine. Let me put this one back down here. All right. Ignore the thunder. We're ranking all the Destiny raids. 2 C tiers. Oh, this is supposed to be D. We're ranking all the Destiny raid encounters. I didn't name any of these. The stills. This is the Lanterns encounter. I think the Lanterns, one of the most unique things they've ever done. Maybe a little bit tedious at the end of the day, but still a phenomenal raid encounter. Also, chat, let me know what you guys think as well. I'm very interested. Building the bridge in Crota's End. Low man, this is a fine encounter. Oh man, this is so hard. Yes, every encounter we're assuming legit. Building the bridge is D. Yeah, I agree. Here, Yut, I'm also going to put D. Challenge mode's pretty cool. Just kind of a, not a boring encounter, but like barely an encounter. Crota, I'm going to put as an A. A lot of people don't like the Crota encounter. A, maybe a B. A lot of people don't like the Crota encounter. I really like it. The Hive Ritual, the first encounter of Crown of Sorrow. So legit 6-man. It's legit 6-man. Or I'm gonna say the most common. So like, if we say like Golgoroth, the one gaze cheese is technically not legit, but you weren't like breaking the game to do it like that. You just did it, and so like Golgoroth's gonna be weird. Riven, I'll say legit Riven. We'll make caveats where we need to. Yeah, Hive Ritual, the first encounter of Crown, is the worst encounter ever made. Kingdom of Sorrow? What is that? Is that the jumping puzzle? Kingdom of Sorrow equals the second Crown encounter. Okay, well, I actually don't like this encounter either. Low D. Low D. Galron's Deception. So this is phase 1 of Crown of Sorrow. I don't mind this encounter. I'm gonna put it as a B. It's fine. It's cool. It's fun, low man, but chat has told me I can't rank these based off of low man. So Galron is pretty good. Galron, actual Galron, the big Galron, but two of us are fake Galrons. Second best encounter ever made. Second, the real Galron is a fucking masterpiece. Desolation. So we're looking at this is the entrance into like the Sparrow part of Deepstone. It was cool the first time you did it, but it very quickly becomes very tedious. Low C, high D. Low C. It's a cool encounter. I like it when Bungie like switches things up, and it's probably the best of like the intro raid encounters I can think of, like the traversal ones. But I don't know. I'm gonna put it low C. I'm gonna put it low C. Crypt Security. It is just an average encounter. It's fine. Nothing super interesting. Nothing super bad. It's just a fine encounter. Aatrax, high A. The only thing holding Aatrax back is... I think there. The only thing holding Aatrax back is the first minute of the fight where you're just fighting ads. You can skip that. You can just kill the servitors right away. But like the setup, like getting the scanner, getting the operator, it's a little tedious. But other than that, Aatrax is a beautiful encounter. Very creative. I love the going back and forth between space and the ground. Very cool encounter. Also, Aatrax is misspelled. Pretty good, though. Descent. This is one of these encounters that you can't really change the length of. Most of those for me are C's or below. Just because, like, you know, especially Descent, you have to do 6 times. At least Descent's kind of interesting because you have the 3 rolls that constantly change. It's fine. It's fine. And you can oob. You could oob out of these, which made it pretty fun. Taniks, I think, is an A. I love the Taniks encounter, personally. I don't know how people are going to respond to that. What do we think? What do we think? Taniks is too high, really? I like the Taniks fight. Optional longer phase. Optional, like, if you destroy all 4 of the bombs and put them in at one time. Beautiful arena. Really cool mechanics. Great, unique damage phase. Where you're kind of close enough where it's like snipers are kind of inconvenient, but you're not close enough to use... well, they thought you couldn't use shotguns. Well, we'll see. We saw how that turned out. I like this encounter a lot. I like that one. Building the Spire, F. Confluxes 2.0. Confluxes are hard D's, in my opinion. Nuts. D's and nuts, if you will. Yeah. Oracles 2.0. More fun than Oracles 1.0. 2.0 refers to the 2021 Volta Glass. These are fine. Nothing super unique. Nothing not super unique. The original Oracles I'm going to put a lot lower because it was a longer rotation and just wasn't that fun. At least this one, there's teamwork. You have to call them out in order. It's not quite as long. It's fine. Maybe I'm somewhere here. Somewhere here. These, I can't switch these around, by the way. This is not set in stone. Templar 2.0, a lot more interesting than Templar 1.0. Well, I say a lot more. You just have to do, maybe not a lot more, slightly more interesting than Templar 1.0. I'm going to put this in C's. I think solo, this was a lot of fun, but I've been told by chat that I cannot count solo. I'd rather do Descent than Templar. Plus, Templar's like a really great spoil farm. Maybe there. Maybe there. Gorgons. I like the Gorgons maze. I think this is one of those things, like, they're tedious. They get tedious after a while. It's kind of even campy in Destiny 2 because everything turns invisible and it's fine. But they were trying for a cool encounter. It's not even really an encounter. It feels weird to rank it. Is there Gorgons 1.0 on this? Oh, there is. The original one was definitely better. Okay, I'm gonna put this one. It's just kind of a joke in Destiny 2, so I'm gonna put it down here. I'm gonna put the Destiny 1 up here already. I think it's cool when they try new things. This is barely even an encounter. That barely counts. But Destiny 1, it was like a novelty, especially when you hadn't done it as long. Somewhere like that? Somewhere like that? Gatekeeper 2.0 is way better. It's actually, I like the idea here, coming in and out and rotating and stuff. Obviously, we have ways to cheese it and stuff now, but like the day one experience on Gatekeepers actually blew me away because it was so much better than the original version. I'm gonna put it as a low B. I don't mind it. I think it's cool. You have multiple teams doing stuff at one time, and then when you come out and 3 people have the Aegis, and you're all just whacking the fuck out of stuff, like, that's a fun encounter. It's okay. I'd either put it high C, low B. No, Reed, I do not think they'll delay it till Saturday. They've already set it in stone on Friday. Atheon 2.0, more interesting than Atheon 1.0. Still not that interesting. Maybe a low B, or a high B. Atheon's a fine encounter. It's just fine. I don't even know. I'll come back to that one. Yeah, I think this is also being generous. Like, I would rather do Galron's Deception than, but I wouldn't rather do Gatekeeper. We'll revisit Atheon. Reactor, follow the leader. I think it's pretty much the same thing as, like, all of these traversal ones are pretty much the same. It's definitely the worst of the traversal ones. It was cool the first time, and then it very quickly was like, why are we still doing this every time, you know? F tier, you think? I would rather do Reactor than Gorgons. 100%. 100%. I would rather do Reactor than Confluxes. I'd rather do Reactor. I think it's right here. Low D. Yeah, I'm going to say low D. All 4 of these are like high Fs, really. I don't like any of them. Break the Barrier. Axis Phase 1, or Argos Phase 1 is fine. It's a Phase 1. Phase 1s typically aren't that good. I'd probably rank it about the same as Galron's Deception. What do you guys think? I think it's fine. It wasn't anything super... The encounter... I would say, like, traversing the encounter was much more interesting for this one. But it's a Phase 1. You know, it doesn't really do anything that... the way I look at Break the Barrier, it's just, like... It's just Argos Light. And, like, Argos already has stuff. So, I think, like... If Argos didn't exist, I'd probably rank Break the Barrier a little bit higher, but Argos does exist and it has the same mechanics but harder. So to me, that takes away from Break the Barrier or Argos Phase 1. Does that make sense? Like running around being the runner was so cool. Yeah, it was really cool, but you just do that in Argos, you know? So I think the fact that Argos is an easy A for me. I like Argos more than Crota. Honestly, I like Argos more than Taniks. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people meme on Eater of Worlds, but I think it had a lot of replayability. Mostly because the only 2 real encounters were like bangers. That's why Argos is S? You think Argos is S? Argos is... I might revisit that. Argos is definitely a high A. I don't know if I would call Argos an F. What about Argos is not... Or sorry, an S. What about Argos is not S worthy? Chat, do I make Argos an S? I think high A. I think high A is just where it's got to go, man. The stun desync, yeah. The stun mechanic was kind of finicky on Argos. It very much... And if you were... Okay, Argos is an A, because if you were the 3 people who weren't carrying skulls, you had the most boring job in the world. Yeah, I'm going to say Argos is a fantastic encounter, but I think in order for an S encounter, this is all 6 people are highly engaged with the content in a meaningful way. So that's why I'm going to put that there. Chasing the Consecrated Mind, I really like this. I'm going to say this is a B, maybe like maybe there. I love chase encounters. You can't shorten them. But I love chase encounters. They're very different than traditional things in Destiny. We don't have a lot of them. 2, 3. And I remember that first time when you round that corner, the final corner you round, and there's just 10 Cyclopses staring at you. That is like a phenomenal job. That was great. The design was great. Consecrated Mind is a lot of fun to... Because you can make it go faster. If you kill things faster, it's really fun to nitpick and speed up. I think that's a fun time. Summoning the Consecrated Mind. This is a hard one, dog. So this is the second encounter of Garden, the baseball diamond. Whoa, man, this is such a fun encounter. But with 6 people, it's very slow. It's not that interesting. It might have to be a high D. I think this is like on par, maybe a low C. Right there, I think, is a good point for it. It's just boring, you know? Low man is so much fun. Chat, once again, has told me that I cannot base things off of the low man, so I'm trying not to. 6 people, it's a snooze fest. It is the only encounter that I'm aware of that you can hard lock, completely hard lock. So, D... Yeah, I think I'm going to put it here. Or soft lock, not hard lock. You can soft lock it. If you just like don't go to the other sides, you can sit there forever. Consecrated Mind is a very fun encounter. 2 teams going. This is just resting. This is not where I'm putting it. 2 teams. All 6 people are constantly engaged, doing different stuff. The damage phase is pretty cool. I'm going to put this as a solid high B. There. What do we think about that? I think that's a good place for it. I don't think it's the best encounter in the world, and I think it'd be kind of finicky, especially with like desync. I love the damage phase. Oh man, the damage phase, I forgot about that until right now. Damage phase is really cool. This was like the start. This encounter was like the first time that Bungie was like, all right, we're done with standing still during damage phases. Although we still kind of did that, so... I think I'm going to put it there. I think I'm going to keep it here. Middle B. Alright, we'll put it there. That's a good one. Sanctified Mind, man. Oh, man. I'm so torn on this encounter. It is, oh man, this might even be too high. The tethers are a really cool mechanic. The fact that he takes away land is super cool and unique. I love going to the left and right sides. It's a very fun encounter. But it's so long. It's such a long encounter. I think I'm going to put it above Atheon. I think right there. This is such a divisive one. People are never going to agree on this either. It's fine. It's... The one... I'm going to take away points. I think this is why I'm going to put it here, because it is not the final mechanic where you tether him is not clearly telegraphed. Because you have to do the opposite one, I think. Is that right? I don't even fucking remember. I don't remember why. I feel like that final... Oh, yeah. Where you tell it with your... Yes. Where you tether him with the matching, and then you go and tether him with the opposite one, as it was intended for the longest damage phase. That is not telegraphed at all, and it was very... I just don't think that's a great way to do that. So, I think I'm going to put it here, but I understand why people would like it more, and I understand why people would like it less, honestly. It is a very long encounter, too. Like, if it was more optimal to do the 2 sides at the same time, I think I would like that more, but it's not. Because you have to build, it's better to do blue and then orange or the other way around. And not... So, it makes more sense to do them in series instead of in parallel. So, I'm gonna put it there. Court of Oryx, which is actually the basketball encounter. I like this. I think this is one of these very unique starting ones. I'm gonna put it with the traversal ones, but I'm gonna put it high... Here, it's tedious after a couple times of doing it for sure, but it's unique. There were, well, but the movement in Destiny 1 sucked, actually. I'm going to put it down here. I think they have a good opportunity to make this a lot more interesting in Destiny 2. I think it's a good starting point. If you were faster, if you could like sprint faster with it and stuff, I think it'd be fine. It was an interesting venture into something that they haven't really done since, and I hope whenever Kingsfall comes to Destiny 2, I hope they change it a lot. Basilica is totems. I despise the totems encounter. I'm gonna put a high D. It's just a lot of waiting. It's 10 rounds long. If King's Fall came back and didn't have this encounter, I would not blink an eye. I would not blink an eye at all. It's fine. It's an alright encounter. I think it has a lot of potential that it could be made a lot better. But I don't like that encounter at all. Yeah. War Priest. Cool encounter, especially for Destiny 1. Does it hold up to Destiny 2 standards? No. It does not. There. Low B. Low B. There were interesting things. I love the idea of the moving damage buff. I love the idea that that person can do damage and has to pay attention. Very cool that the boss gains attacks. Low B, high C, I think. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just kind of basing it off of what else I've ranked. And like, if I'm thinking like, would I rather do Gatekeepers 2.0 or War Priest? I think I might put it there. I think it has a lot of potential, and they can make that a really good raid encounter. Golgoroth. Even the legit way, like I said, I know people really like Datto, and people really like how this encounter is supposed to be done. I just don't find it that interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Even the 6-man strat, the 6-pool strat, I don't find that interesting of a concept. And the one gaze being essentially legit, because it's not a cheese, it's just doing the encounter a way they didn't expect. But it's not like, you're not, I guess it's kind of cheesy. It's not an exploit though. Like the game works that way. There. Probably there. I think there. I just don't. The first half of the encounter is just killing ads. It's just not even that engaging. There are so few mechanics. I think that's the thing that really harps on me about Golgoroth is people like to compare this raid. We just had this conversation. Like, people love to say this is one of the best encounters ever, but in terms of like pure mechanics, it has so few. I think I'm gonna put it there. Oh, Sisters encounter sucks. It's awful. I'm putting it I'm taking creative liberty on this one. I don't even care what chat says. D tier easily. Would I rather build a bridge? No. Would I rather do oracles? About the same. I'm gonna put it there. I hate the Sisters encounter. Of all the phase 1 encounters, Sisters might be the worst one. Oryx, I don't even know what to do on this one, guys. I don't even know what to do on Oryx. Oryx, the first time you do it, it's easily an S encounter. Easily. Every time you do Oryx after the first time, falls down the tiers. It is so tedious. You can't speed it up. It is required at minimum to be like 15 minutes long. I actually think it's like 12 minutes long. It's required to be. There are so many cool things in the Oryx encounter. But it was honestly the reason I dislike King's Fall so much is because of Oryx. It is ridiculously unfun as you do it, especially because like if you're a plate guy, half the encounter is just standing there. It's the cool filler parts of the encounter that are awesome. If you are the runner, that's cool. Killing the Shade of Oryx is really cool. Doing the bombs is actually a fun mechanic, but it's like, if it's just so static and stale and it just gets old so fast. So if they could fix this, I'm gonna put it wait, we're gonna give it its own tier below F, which is, it's an F tier because I've done the raid 50 times, 100 times, however the hell many times I've done it. But with some very simple tweaks, it could easily be S tier. It could easily be an S tier. Very easily. But the way it exists in Destiny 1 is not good. It's like every time you do it, once again, it just goes down. So it gets its own special case. Its own special case tier. Because I don't want to call it an F. It's just like, I think calling this encounter an F is disrespectful. Because it's not as bad as Hive Ritual or Building the Spires or any of these in D. But it feels like it. It feels like it after you've done it. Is just so monotonous and tedious after you've done it more than 3 times. So I'm going to put it gets its own special case. It gets its own special case. Why Sanctified so high? Move it below. No, I like Sanctified. I think this is a good place for it. I'm pretty happy with everything. Castellum. I mean, Castellum is just not fun. No, the best part about Leviathan was that you could skip Castellum every time. Like, literally the most memorable thing about the Leviathan raid is that you didn't have to do Castellum. Oh, man. Royal Pools is fine. It suffers from the Oryx problem, where you can't shorten it, really. I would rather do it than Basilica, because it's shorter. Maybe I'll put it in C, because I would rather do it than, like... I think I'm going to put it there. I would rather do it than Court of Oryx, for sure. I'd rather do it than Gorgon's Maze Desolation. I almost feel like I should move... Oh, this is the original Gorgon's Maze. There. Pleasure Gardens. Once again. I love when Bungie does weird shit. I love it. I love it so much when they just like... When they're like, yeah, we're going to do something freaking weird here. Maybe not that high. I like the same thing with now I feel bad putting lanterns that high. Shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like such a unique, fun encounter. You're sneaking around. The 2 people on top are just having so much fun. Like, I think this is a brilliant encounter. And I'm unashamed, dog. Unashamed. I'm putting it low A. I know people are going to be very mad at that, but it's a funny... Like, I'm thinking about it right now, and I just want to play it. You know? And I think, to me, that's the calling of a good encounter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I think about it and the encounter makes me happy... It's like, yeah, it's a good encounter, dog. Like, you just can't ignore it. I think I'm going to put it there. Gauntlet. Oof. I'm going to put this below Baths. Gauntlet was fun for a couple of people. It was always confusing whether to do the stationary or the rotating thing. I'm not putting it in F. That's just where I'm thinking about it. I think here... I think Gauntlet's a D. I don't know, man. But the final sprint's pretty cool. That's a little redeeming. You had to time things well. Low C, high D. Looking for the... I think I'm gonna put it there. I love weird stuff. Weird thing comes up boring. It's not weird. That's not weird. That's not weird at all. Yeah, I do have a problem putting Gauntlet below Royal Pools, though, because I think they are essentially the same. I have the same amount of disdain for both of them. Where it's like, I guess I'll do it. I'll put it here. For prestige mode. Then the people running had to keep up with all the Scions. The final sprint. I'll put it there. I'll put it there. I'll put it there. Emperor Callus, dog. Yeah, that's like Yeah. I think if they ever bring back Leviathan, they can do some things to make Callus an S tier. A lot of mechanics going on simultaneously. Interesting damage thing. Limiting damage thing. Is that too high? I think that's where I'm going to put it. I think that's where I'm going to keep it. That's a hard one. I'm very conflicted about this one. But once again, like, I'm thinking about that encounter, and it's just so... It's just like a rush of dopamine, man. That shit is such a good encounter. Yeah, okay. Callie... A joke of an encounter, really. Like, the encounter's cool, but you never have to do it. I would say, like, a very standard first encounter. You can shorten it, so I think that already puts it up here. I think Callie's, like, right at Templar. Descent. Is Callie better than Descent? We thinking that? Mid D? Or mid C? Callie's not a bad encounter. I love the idea of the doors. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put Callie here. I think Callie and Templar are like, I think to me are right about the same. The door, like the doors where you had to hide in. Yeah, Descent has more ad density. Callie gives everyone a job. Descent technically gives everyone a job too. There's doors at Callie? Shirochi, that's an easy A. That's an easy A, dog. Shirochi, I would rather do than either of these. That's where I'm putting Shirochi. Once again, I love like the chase encounters. I think Shirochi has done it the best. I love the puzzle rooms. I love the final stand. I love the take an eye mechanic. Shirochi is just a solid encounter, dog. I think like mid A. I think that's where Shiro belongs. You can't make it quicker, but at least it's dynamic. Like the thing about like Oryx being boring or like Gauntlet or Royal Pools is like it's the same. Like if you have Royal Pools you can speed up. Actually, like all the ones that you can't change the length of, the thing is they're not dynamic. It's this, like you do Oryx 4 rounds, you're doing the same thing for 4 rounds. You do Gauntlet for 3 rounds, I think, you're doing the same thing every round. But Shirochi, you can't shorten it, but it's a very dynamic fight. With the puzzles, with ammo, stuff like that. I really like the Shirochi encounter. I like the Shirochi encounter a lot. Morgoth is fine. I think Morgoth and Golgoroth are very similar. Morgoth has more to do. No, this does feel too high. Maybe War Priest. I kind of feel like Gatekeepers 2.0 is too high, but maybe Morgoth here. Morgoth feels very similar to like War Priest and Golgoroth. Morgoth was a DPS check, yeah, but it was interesting. You had to pay attention during DPS. You had to switch roles. It's kind of a joke now, but I'm trying to think about how it was. I love the fact that the spawn of the eyes was random. You had to fix the people. I think I'm gonna put Morgeth there. I think I'm gonna put Morgeth there. It feels very much like a amalgamation of Golgoroth and War Priest in terms of how much you have to do. Like those two combined. You think if the Destiny 1 raids return in their current state, including Leviathan, in our current Destiny 2 meta, would be able to speed up the encounters because of our current gear? I mean, you wouldn't be able to speed up Oryx, no. It's stuff like that. Descent's far better than Morgeth? I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. Vaults. So Vault is Gauntlet, but better because you can speed it up. But it still goes on too long. Vault, I think, is easily the low point of Last Wish. Vault is it. I like it is dynamic, but it's very static. You can speed it up with Tractor Cannon. Wow, people really like Vault. Really? I don't think so, man. Better than Gatekeeper? No, I don't think so, man. It's better than Destiny 1 Gatekeeper, yeah. Not Destiny 2 Gatekeeper. People really like... Everyone in chat thinks that I'm ranking Vault too low. I just don't... Yeah, okay, I'd rather do Vault than Crypt Security, sure. More than Templar. About the same? I'll put it here. Look, man, I like Kali better than Vault, and I like Descent better than them both, and I like War Peace better than all three. So, like, this is checking out. Vault's an A? Dog, there's no way. I don't know, man. Descent's too high. I'm kind of... No, I don't think so. And see, the thing is Descent and Vault are, like, the same encounter. Like, how are people... Like, the same people in chat that are saying Vault is good or saying Descent is bad. They're the same. High ad density, changing rules... not knowing, like, you know, you have to do the same sort of call-outs. They're, like, the same thing. You can't shorten either of them. Well, you can shorten Vault a little bit. More communication in Vault? I don't think so. Vault, you have to communicate your symbols, which takes a couple seconds, and what doors are open, and that's it. Descent, you have to communicate your roles. You know, like everything, all the information about your roles, where you dunk, all that sort of stuff. You have to communicate where the bombs are. You have to switch the bombs if your radiation gets too high. I would say the one thing is, like, Descent is, it's just long. It's just super long. Fair criticism, but you also can't shorten Shirochi, and Shirochi's an A, but Shirochi's, you're not doing the same thing every time. Shirochi at least changes. Or, like, the positioning and the ad density and everything changes floor to floor. Vault is the same. Descent is the same. Riven is the greatest encounter of all time. Riven legit. Not even close. I will not be taking questions. Queen's Walk. That's an interesting one. It's another, like, chase encounter. I like the randomization of it. Makes it more dynamic. Ad density is really fun. Not really any bugs. You can do it. I think Queen's Walk's like, I think it's like one of these. I think it deserves to be up here. Maybe like a high B. It's one of these, like, more unique encounters that I think I'm gonna like more than most people, just because it's something different. Like, Queen's Walk, while it's not, like, mechanically very challenging, it is very different. And as someone who runs every raid a billion times, having an encounter that is really only comparable to itself is a breath of fresh air, and that's why I love Lanterns. That's why I love Pleasure Gardens. High B, low A. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. The best soundtrack, like, in the game. It's either here or here. Descent is not more fun than Queen's Walk, dog. Absolutely not. Riven legit has the Oryx problem of only being for runs. I could literally not disagree more. Riven legit is always fun. Nah, dude. No. Nah, dog. Best soundtrack is Valcor, I think, but Queen's Walk's a close second. The first encounter of Scourge, man. Kinda ass. It's so long. It's so long. It's more dynamic here. It's more dynamic than that. Maybe here, high D. No, like, I would rather do it than all of these. Maybe a low C. I really hate having Gorgon's Maze in there. Gorgon's Maze is, like, really fucking me up, actually. Because it's, like, it's not an encounter, you know? It's hard to include that. Gorgon's Maze was, like, a novelty, though. It was cool in Destiny 1. Gorgon's Maze 2, as you can see, is ranked way lower. Potsy District was just one of those that was, like, it was fine. It was just a fine entrance encounter. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it here. It's just like an entrance encounter. It's fine. I don't know, man. It was at least cool. The guys were cool in Scourge. You got to Sparrow around. I liked how it changed. I loved the mount mechanic. It was an okay encounter. It was fine. Sparrow Race. This is one of these that I really like because it's different. Right up here with Queen's Walk. What do you think? There, high B, low A. Should I put it there? What do we think? What do we think? Low A, high B. I really like the secret chest. I really like the encounter itself. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? High B? High B, is it better than Queen's Walk? I'd say they're about the same. It wasn't very forgiving, but neither was Queen's Walk. I think I'm going to keep it there, but I think an argument could be made for high B instead. Insurrection, like, this was a phase 1. Phase 1 suck. So, Insurrection was more dynamic than Sisters, better than Oracles. We got to drive a tank. Yeah, there. I think Court of Oryx is too high. I think... shit. I'm taking Gorgon's Maze out. I don't like the Gorgon's Mazes being in there. Traversal encounters I don't think should count. It doesn't even give you loot. What do you think? Yeah, I think Gorgon's Mazes are just like... I don't think they should be ranked. Insurrection Prime, I think, is a high B. No. It was just a very long encounter. It was just so long. It was so long. Oh, but you had this, the cap was cool. Cap was cool. I love the sparrows. I like driving around. Maybe it's a low A. Like, thinking about it, I would rather do Insurrection than Lanterns. I would rather do it than Dogs. I would rather do it, but would I? Is that just because it's a final boss? Fuck. No, I think it's a B. I agree. I think it's a high B. Gotta put Lanterns lower? No, like I said, like I'm thinking about Lanterns, it makes me very happy. I like the Lanterns encounter. I like this encounter a lot, and it's unique. Once again, I really favor encounters that are unique to themselves. And there's nothing anywhere like this in raids anymore. Statue Garden? Isn't this throw the ball? Didn't I already do that? Is this throw the ball? First encounter. It was fine. It was the first encounter. Probably mid C. Somewhere there. Yeah, it is. I agree. Definitely kind of boring. Less dynamic than Boza. Check Discord. I don't know. Got to drive a tank in this one. Was it better than Desolation? Yeah. How is Desolation a D? Desolation the Sparrow encounter? Because it's because you die and you go back to the beginning and you have a 40-second respawn timer. Power Conduit. I loved the optional encounter here. Well, am I gonna rank this? It's not really an encounter. Like, the thing with this list is, like, some of them, like, the other jumping puzzles are on here. I'm not gonna rank this. This is down with Gorgons. It's not really an encounter. Desolation Sparrow encounter is the same as Stilts. It's absolutely not, because on Lanterns, you don't die. And you definitely, if you get 10 times darkness, you don't die. You can still navigate. If someone, reses you, I guess that's how it is in Desolation as well. They are very different. They function, I guess, I see how you could say they're similar. But this has definitely more of like a survival horror vibe, and this is just like annoyance. Celestial Observatory. I assume this is, Valka Or Phase 1. It's awful. It's a Phase 1. Man, I really hate Phase 1 so much. Like, it's just trash, man. It's just not fun. Down there, what do we think? Down here, D. I think that might even be too high, to be honest. Valka Or. I think Valka Or is high. I would put it in A. Definitely not an S. I'd rather do Valka Or. Yeah. I think Valka Or goes there. I just think it's, once again, the encounter's too long. The phases are too long. If you did more of the mechanics in parallel instead of in series, I think it would be much better. I think that's an A. Yeah. Valkor is slept on. I don't think it's not perfect by any means. Definitely not. But it's a good encounter. Yeah, dude. Building Spire, F. Where did I put the other one? Building the Spire in Destiny 2. Yeah. Destiny 1 was worse just because it was Destiny 1. Confluxes is the same as Destiny 2. Oracles was worse than Destiny 2. Destiny 1 Oracle sucked, dog. It was 20 minutes long. Not engaging. Templar. Destiny 1 Templar. Where did I put Destiny 2 Templar? And C? It's pretty much the same. I mean, it's functionally the same encounter. Gatekeepers is laughable. Man, what an encounter. Atheon 1 was slightly worse than Atheon 2. Where did I put Atheon 2? In B? I'm just gonna keep most of them the same because they're fine. It's like, it's not like, what changed between Atheon 1 and Atheon 2 that made it much better? Like, nothing. Atheon 2 is better. Maybe like that? I don't even fucking know, man. Oracles used to be 7 phases, yeah. The first encounter of Val, oh, is it better than building the Spire? Absolutely not. You can at least speed up Hive Ritual, dog. Jesus Christ. This sucks so much. It is a blemish on the masterpiece that is Vow of the Disciple, man. Acquisition's a solid first encounter. Yeah, I would definitely put it like Botza. I would rather do Acquisition than Botza. I would rather do it than Royal Pools. It's about the same as Royal Pools and Gauntlet. I'll put it with Crypt Security. Solid first encounter. It's like nothing too special, nothing too crazy. It's just fine. It's just fine. The Caretaker is a Chad. Probably my favorite encounter in the new raid. Easy A. There. Caretaker's a Chad, dog. I love the fact that you can speed it up. I love the symbol gathering process. I love the stun mechanic. Caretaker's just great, dude. Caretaker's just a fantastic encounter. Exhibition is a fun encounter. I think this is definitely comparable to Shirochi. Maybe we'll do a high B. Exhibition over Queen's Walk, over Break the Barrier. Here, maybe? Exhibition's a very fun encounter. It's not very dynamic, though. So I think that definitely hurts it a little bit. Somewhere in there. Exhibition's better than Descent? Yes. I think in there. High B. Very high B. Exhibition's a pretty fun one. It can get tedious after a while. But I think it's great. I think it's a great thing. Rolk. Oh man, this is hard. Rolk's better than Exhibition, but not as good as Caretaker, in my opinion. Rolk's definitely like Insurrection Prime for me. Level. I think Rolk's a little bit more interesting because the damage phase. Maybe here. Maybe low A. The first part of Rolk makes me want to put it in B. The second part of Rolk makes me want to put it in A. I don't know. I think out of respect for Rolk, I'm gonna put it here. Final phase is pretty cool. The first part of Rolk is kind of Resident Sleeper though. It's very similar to Insurrection Prime, but the damage is so fucking cool. I think I'm gonna put it there. I think I'm gonna give it points for uniqueness of damage phase and how the atmosphere he taunts you. It's a pretty interesting encounter. I think I'm gonna put it a low A. Vosik phase 1 is Jim. Probably the worst of the intro phases in my opinion. Very tedious. Oh well, better than Desolation. About the same. Right there, maybe. Vosik just wasn't a very fun. The first one, Vosik, the second one was a fun encounter. I loved the room mechanics. I love the throwing ball mechanics. You have to time it. I think this is going to be an amazing encounter in Destiny 2. Vosik, I think I'm going to put with like here. The optional Scorch Cannons. Or no, not Scorch Cannons. The extra balls during damage. What do you think? Vosik there? Yo, Tariq, what's up? Maybe I'll use this to separate the two Aetherions. I think I'll do that. I like the Vosik encounter, but I don't like the feel of Destiny 1 is definitely like tainting my opinion of those. I think Vosik will be much better in Destiny 2. I think it'll be much better in Destiny 2. And I'm looking forward to it. Siege Engine, I mean, bro, this is literally like... It is, if I'm talking about unique encounters, it is unique encounter number fucking 1, you know? Oh, I feel like I've ranked Crota too high. I didn't realize I had ranked Crota that high this entire time. Siege Engine, I would rather do than Caretaker, yeah. I'd rather do than Valkor. Would I rather do Siege Engine than... Oh, man, this is so hard. This is so hard, dog. Siege Engine is such a cool one, but people are going to be pissed. I think I'm calling it. I think I'm calling it there. I think I have to call it here, man. I think that's good. Fuck, I don't know. I want to put Siege Engine above Taniks, but I think I'm gonna get murdered if I do it. That's it. I'm keeping it. It is so unique, dog. It's so fun. It's linear. You can shorten it. It's just like, it is such a banger encounter. Siege Engine's not better than Argos. No. All right, I'm gonna put it there. Oh, phase 1 axis sucks. If you guys haven't noticed, I hate phase 1s. Probably here, D. This one you have to drive a tank. Yeah, I think I'm keeping it a D. Yeah, the Shanks coming out just ruined it because it was like you couldn't shorten the encounter. The Shanks coming out of the ceiling was like a minute long every time. If you just missed one of the balls, you just were fucked. Axis is S tier. For sure. That's an easy one. Oh, are we done? I think we have gotten to all of the... Yeah, okay. So final look, our final look. Riven, Galron Axis, Argos, Siege Engine, Taniks, Atrax, Callus. Falco or Caretaker, Oryx, Shirochi, or sorry, Crota, Shirochi, Lantern's Pleasure Gardens. Okay, Ablaze Glory, Rolk, Insurrection, Queen's Walk, Break the Barrier, Exhibition, Garon Phase 1, Consecrated, Sanctified, Atheon 2, Volsic, Atheon 1, Chasing Consecrated, Morgath. I think I'm going to change these two. Golgoroth, Gatekeepers 2.0. Lower Crota, dude, do you think? I really like the Crota encounter. I'm just going to put it there, man. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it there. War Priest, Descent, Kali, Vault, Templar 2, Templar 1, Acquisition, Crypt Security, Gauntlet, Royal Pools, Boza, Insurrection 1, Axis 1, First Encounter of Spire, Desolation, Volsic 1, Court. Yeah. Totems, Oracles 2, Sisters, Building the Bridge, Phase 1, Spire, Deathsinger, Follow the Leader, Jumping Puzzle, and Crown. Conflux is 2, Conflux is 1, Castle, Oryx is 1, Gatekeepers 1, Building Spire 1 and 2, Hide Ritual, Disciples Bog, Oryx, with its special case. Golgoroth needs to be higher? No. No, I'm not a Golgoroth simp. I do not like even how it was intended to be done. I know Crota isn't fun for 5 people, but it's fun for me, bro. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, dog. It's hard to say. I mean, yeah. Fuck, dude. I really like Crota, man. I'll put it B. That's it. That's it. If you're actually put Oryx in the tiers, that's what I'm saying. Oryx, first time you do it, easy S. Every time you do it there, it drops down the ranks until it's an F. I'll put it there. I know so many sweaties are probably watching this, like, you know. They returned to orbit. What the fuck? All right, we got more bounties to grind. We just spent an hour doing that. 1 second, I'm gonna sit down real quick. Bring the chair in. My wife just made fun of me. That's bullying. Is that true? What? Chat, does that check out? Yeah. The King's Fall nerds have gaslighted you into believing Oryx was ever fun. You know what? That's a fucking strong possibility. A mod tier list? Before and after nerfs as well. Okay. Weapon archetype tier list. Oh god, that dude. These videos would be so long. The thing with tier list videos is they're so long, man. Oh man. I just, man, the Destiny 1 encounters, it's hard to think about. Like, the Destiny 1 stuff, I hold a lower opinion of just by default because I don't like the gameplay in Destiny 1, like, compared to Destiny 2. Like, anytime I think of doing something on a controller versus something I've done on a mouse and keyboard, automatically like way lowers it for me. And I know that's such like an elitist prick thing, but I'm just gonna keep loading in until I get a tier 3 that's in progress. But it's just like every time I like think, or like I'll watch like one of my old streams where I'm using controller, I cannot stand to watch controller gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It looks so stuttery. And the same thing with Destiny 1 gameplay. Like, seeing low FOV 30 frames per second gameplay, just... It gives me an inherent bias towards Destiny 2. And I feel so bad about it, because I have so many friends that play on controller all the time. And it's like, I'll tune into their streams and I'll be like, oh, I'm hurting myself to support you, bro. You know? I feel bad. And it's such a personal preference thing. And it, like I said, I recognize that it makes me sound like an asshole. But I just can't, man. I can't. So. Tier 2? Like, I'm a big fan of True Vanguard, but I only listen to his videos. Man, I don't know. It's just so slow. And, yeah, I always feel like such an asshole for saying that. There's nothing wrong with playing on controller. What do you mean preferencing 30 FPS on 90 FOV is horrible? Yeah, I mean, it just is. But some people like it, or some people aren't as picky. I think that's it. Like, you guys know me. I'm kind of, I just like, you know, I'd play on 150 million DPI. Like, I'm just like super quick on stuff. Like, I like to be super quick. I like things to look fast and smooth. Some people don't mind stuff looking slower or going slower, and that's cool. That's fine. I'm all for people having their own preferences and stuff. So. I think people aren't picky because they haven't tried high FPS things. I mean, some people just may not have like the reaction time, or maybe they don't notice it as much. Sub 100 FPS hurts my eyes. I've always capped at 72, or I have for so long that I've gotten kind of used to it. I care much more about FOV. Like anything less than, like, even my FOV here seems really low. I think Destiny's FOV is kind of bugged, right? I think I heard about that sometime, but you know, after playing a game like Zombies or Minecraft and playing at 105 FOV, going back to anything less is just so weird. That's funny because sometimes your play hurts my eyes from all the mouse flicking. I mean, that's respectable though. Like, I get that, you know? I do play, especially for someone who is at least decent at the game, at most aspects of the game. I do play like surprisingly high DPI. Like, that's just understandable. What about someone who plays controller with such high sensitivity that makes it look good? The thing is not necessarily, I mean, the sensitivity definitely affects controller, but the thing is like, I can in one fluid movement do this, you know? And on controller, generally how it goes is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I pull up any, I don't want to like pull up controller gameplay. I mean, I'll pull up some of my controller gameplay. I was saying I don't want to pull up controller gameplay because I don't want to like bash on anyone. DPI and sense, I play 2 sensitivity, I think, or 3 sensitivity, 1600 DPI. So I like 1600 DPI. I have very large monitors and I have 3 of them. And so having a large DPI allows me to flick between them all. Also, I aim with my wrist, not my forearm. I know that's a big no-no, but Sugma, that's what I say. Yeah, so I'm a wrist aimer. But if you watch like any of my, so like, what's like a thing I've done on controller? Day 1. All right, so like here I'm on Garden of Salvation. Okay, that was a face I made. No free advertising, bro. 1 second. So if we pull up like some controller gameplay for me. Oh, you can't even see my face. Good. Oh yeah, you can. It wasn't full screen. Like show. Come on. You see how like when I'm moving, it's like. It's not like clean. It's like it's very stuttery. Oh wait, no wait. I am on mouse and keyboard here, aren't I? I'm just bad at the game. No. No, I'm not. Wait. When the fuck did this come out? October. I think I was on PC, but on controller at this point. I think. I don't think I had learned mouse and keyboard yet. Because Shadowkeep's when I switched over to PC, but I had never played a PC game before. So let me get like a... I don't know if that's actually controller or not. Let me find a better example. Leviathan launch. Here we go. Come on. Bro. Oh my god, baby Scarrow. Holy shit. I would have been like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh. You see that? You see what I'm talking about? It's really bad as well when you go to run and turn and you're slightly like turning every couple of seconds. Like I'll probably, yeah, that. I just did it there. So that's like the biggest change. Here, I'll show you. Is like on mouse and keyboard when you turn, it's like it's like a fluid. But on controller, if you're running at a consistent like this, it's like... You see what I'm saying? So... Just one of those things. It's not a huge deal, but definitely noticeable. I remember at the beginning you didn't want to use keyboard and mouse. It's not that I was against keyboard and mouse, I was very nervous. I thought it was kind of too late for me to learn. Because, you know, I'd been playing a controller for 20 years at that point or whatever. Never played a computer game like that, so... Switching over to mouse and keyboard was very, very nerve-wracking to me. Someone who likes to do all aspects of the game, if I just can't aim anymore... Like, that's reason to be nervous, you know? Alright, Arska, thanks for hanging out, bro. Thanks for the idea. So... That's just kind of... It's just, I don't know, man. One of those things. Minecraft helped a lot. Forbearance gonna be even more juiced. I know, dude. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a good time. I'm so excited for Arc 3.0, like high key. How long did it take you to get a good other half? I actually made a short about that. I think it took me like 10 drops or something. So long, dog. Almost 3 full resets of Xur. Just too long. So, it's been a good time, man. You know? I am glad I switched to PC. Best thing I ever did. In terms of like my gaming career, I think. I met a lot of awesome people because of PC. I feel like I've reached higher. Like I never would have soloed Argos on PC. Or on controller, I never would have soloed Argos. Or Atheon on controller. No, well, physically impossible, but like, I feel like switching to PC and mouse and keyboard has increased my top end as a player, which I'm very happy about personally. So something I care a lot about is always improving. Do you know by chance if they fixed Destiny running on poor on AMD CPUs? Yes, they did fix that a while back. I remember them talking about it. It was probably... It might have been with Witch Queen, but I think it was with Lost right before Witch Queen, but I don't remember. I do remember them talking about it, though. Does anyone remember? Good thing he's invisible, dude. I can't see him. Ran out of things to do before resize, so I went through made an arc build for all 3 characters. Crown Tempest, Liar's Handshake, and Surmountable Skull for it. Oh, dude. It's gonna be a good time. I need to go get armor on my alts. I've been putting off... Like, on my Hunter, I still don't even have high resilience builds yet. It's just like something that I need to do. Need to go through and just make Destiny loadout builds of absolutely everything I can think of, so. It's the meatball. Okay. So there we go. We'll go do the Europa ones now. The ones you really need to make sure you do this week, or every week, are the Ascendant Challenge and the Europa Empire Hunt one, because those rotate week per week. The other ones you can catch up on. Like, if you don't do the Moon ones, that's not a huge deal. Think Storm Dancer's Brace will become meta? I mean, it's always a possibility, man. It's really hard to predict what they're going to do with some of these things. Hunter mobility, 100 resilience, and 0 wasted shots? Dude, that's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Ascendant Challenge is in the Aphelios Rest, the Lost Sector by the cool public event. Okay. Is there a kill? Yes. I feel like they're gonna make Arc Broken to be worse than the other elements. Dude, I'm just kind of worried.
My allies tell me they cannot pass through. The danger is too
I'm worried that the movement's gonna be nuts. Well, I'm excited for nuts movement, but I'm also worried about it, you know? I don't know what the Lost Sector is dropping today. It's legs today? Nice. I hope blindness isn't one of them, man. I'm actually gonna be so sad if blind is one of the effects. That's gonna be awful, actually. Like, high key, it's gonna be awful. What do you use to max your armor builds? Destiny 2 Armor Picker. It's a website. It's a brilliant website. No. Puts out the map in the Cosmos Job, but somehow can't get a regular respawn. Respawn that weird building you left to Shaw Hunt's camp. I'm stuck in a death loop. Bro, you're a hacker, man. What the? Chaining, quickness are probably two verbs. Chaining, yeah, like movement, or dash or blink or something like that. Let me make sure. How much space do I have left on this guy's postmaster? It's gonna go farm headshots here. Oh no, I'm not actually. Need to go clear out my post. Disorient? I really hope not, man. I think there will be two. I think chain, so like all of them so far, so like have like a building and then an effect. So like you have like slow and then freeze for stasis. You have prime and detonate for void and for solar. You have what is it called for solar? Ignition and Scourge. You have Scorch and Ignition. So I think chain will have like static and then chain or something like that. I agree, Jay. I agree. I'm not sure what Bungie is thinking about that sort of thing, but I'm excited to see. Yo, Salmon, how you doing, man? Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. All right, we need some good, focused, high resilience armor. Trash. Trash. Oh shit. Okay. Chat's available again? Fuck yeah. What do you think Bungie will do with the raid exotic from Wrath? Just make any other thing exotic. New exotic or reprise outbreak? I don't think it'll be reprise outbreak. I think it'll be something else. Shit, okay. Well, I guess I'll just spend this, fuck it. Okay, so that's not high stat. You have to like actually focus it to be high stat. That's good to know. Think they'll make a new exotic and make Outbreak a secondary reward? Maybe. I don't know, man. I just think like if they take any Destiny 1 weapon and they add Siva to it, they're fine. You know? There's so many weapons they haven't brought back yet. They just like take Dreg's Promise, make it Siva, you know, or just something like that. Yeah, I don't think it'll be Icebreaker, but just anything, man. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Okay, you have to get like a shit ton of headshots on this, by the way. Precision. Oh, higher difficulties grant higher progress? I actually didn't even know that. I'll do a slightly higher one. Like, they might take Opulent Outbreak out of the Chaos and make it a back part of the quest. Obviously, not the whole thing because of playlands, and then have a different exotic BRNG drop. I don't think anyone would ever do the quest if they did that. I just don't think they would put in the time to do it since, you know, Outbreak has been in the game for years, you know? I don't think it's worth Bungie's time to do that. So the legend version. I'll just do this and then farm stuff if I have to. And what you prefer from King's Fall and Wrath of Machine exotics, quest or drop? It's been a while since we've had a quest. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer drops, but I think some of them should be quests. New players would, but the puzzles already exist, so would they be that hard to reprise? The way I understand is that they have to completely rebuild the raids when they put them into Destiny 2. So having to recode or redo that entire thing for an exotic that's been in the game for 3 years or whatever is like, yeah, I don't think it would just be worth anyone's time. So, I don't know. I'm interested though. I hope in my favorite version of events, they bring back Wrath, they give it a new exotic, or like a Sivified reprised Destiny 1 exotic, whatever you want to do, and then you give it a new puzzle in the spirit of the original puzzle, but that you have to do different stuff for. That's like my favorite series of events. Original Necrochasm was quest and RNG. Yeah, we could do something like that for sure.
Aramis met Praxis in prison, yes. Each day they spoke through the walls of their cells, dreaming of a new world. His research gave Elixni the ability to draw
Too much solar. Sheesh. I've not figured out the stream reveal yet. I need to start working on that. I just haven't had time. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'll make it happen if I can. If I'm able to make it happen, it will happen. A Siva Young Wolf's Howl? Yeah, or just like a Siva-fied Iron Lord's Axe or some shit. They could so easily do something cool. Oh my god. I'd really love if the Wrath coming back was actually Leviathan. I know hot take. It can't be. They said it's going to be a Destiny 1 raid. They have already, that was in an interview like forever ago. Dog, solar shields? Lame. Yeah, I can't wait for the reveal stream. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to stream it. It's just going to be a good time, man. It's going to be very exciting. I hope they reveal just something fucking nuts. We'll have to wait and see, though. Fallen season soon, so maybe a Stasis Exotic match with the Aramis or something. I really think the Fallen season's going to be the last one. Like 19, not 18. Oh, shit. I thought I had an Icarus dash and I didn't, so I just kind of like floated into him. Yo, Garbage, how you doing, man? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Do you think we'll ever see a new Darkness subclass? Yeah, I'm sure we'll get one with Lightfall. That is my best guess. And I would, if we're getting a new subclass, I would expect to see it in the reveal in August 23rd. I bet we'll see the new Poison subclass or whatever. Is my best guess. We'll see though. Man, there's not really a lot of enemies here to get headshots on, are there? Lots of shanks. Borgong subclass? Yes! You're eating steak right now? Fuck yeah. Bungie's just changing routes to every encounters witches, ritual, and orcs. Ban him. Yeah, I mean, we already know the reveal is Lightfall related. It'll be Lightfall and Season 18 related. And yeah, I would love to see info on the new subclass for sure. I'm guessing one of the upcoming Darkness subclass has to be that orange Darkness stuff, right? It's just weird they go for orange and already have solar. They make it red. They might also, do you remember when they released Stasis, they made Arc more like light blue? They could always do that. I'm not actually convinced it'll be Rolk's Darkness stuff yet, though. There's like a million different directions they could take it in, so we'll see. But I'm not quite convinced. Egregore base, that would be cool as well. I'm not really sure how they would do that, so maybe not. I'm not gonna worry about them. Last season we got a seasonal challenges on the moon. Season on the moon. This season we have seasonal challenges on Europa. Okay. But how can Arc be related to Europa? Why would Arc have to be related to Europa? So like none of our updated subclasses have had anything to do with anything. They just happen. Like updated Solar had nothing to do with the Leviathan. Nightmare would be base. But how would you do that? Like you just can't really do that, you know? Don't associate any of the story, like the subclasses are not associated with the story at all. Don't look for any association there. Okay. Music's banging right now. This is a good soundtrack. Oh, that would be awesome, Jay. That was such a cool moment for the channel, man. Just being put into a Bungie trailer, like, that's awesome. You know, that's just so cool. Do those headshots easily. I'm just gonna load into the legend one and just run around the patrol.
Good. Without Phylax and Praxis, Aramis will grow reckless, careless. Without her counsel, she is weak. She will struggle to control this new dark power.
Oh, we tried to get each other. That's pretty funny. I want Wrath, personally. Yeah, so if you just like load into like one of the ones without... You'll be in the next one again, maybe? So... I don't know like how much I'm allowed to say, but they originally asked for clips. And then I sent them some clips, and then they said they were going a different route with it. So I don't know what they're doing anymore. There was going to be another one, but I don't... I drank that wrong. You ever just try to snort your food or drink? Okay. I have some friends who never played D1. Taking through Wrath would be a blast. That's how Jordan is. He never played Destiny 1, so it's always so fun to see how they react to things. As cool as the new ones are, I kind of like the old raid trailers. I don't actually, because the old raid trailers tend to spoil things. Like Wrath, we knew like all of Wrath before Wrath came out, except for we never saw Axis, I guess, but we saw the Siege Engine and Vosik in the trailer. And it's kind of lame. Holy shit! I love the community trailers. I just think it's so cool. It's such a cool homage to a bunch of, you know, my fellow creators, and I love seeing people being recognized and stuff like that. I think it's such a cool move. It's like free marketing as well. Seeing people freak out about your game, that's so much cheaper than showing off like actual in-game assets and then saving that hype and then using the hype of seeing the new stuff for the next raid trail. Like, it's such a smart investment marketing strategy. Yeah, there's that scene where they jumped off the Siege Engine bridge, that's right. Dog, shields are dumb. Go away. Oh my god, this is actually so fast. I don't have the healing nades on this, right? I haven't really played on anything much except for Titan, and so I still like the solar stuff, all the changes. I haven't really learned them yet. Okay, so that's done. Moon ones are next. Oh, actually, they're not. Moon ones are not next. Dummy. Cosmodrome's next. Go to the other side. Shield. Oh, nice. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna go to the Cosmodrome next. Oh, well, I'll go ahead and pick up these bounties, but I like the Cosmodrome ones.
The corrupt
It's actually, the prep and your weekly bounties aren't actually so bad, which is good.
use it well.
This is definitely one the lighter. Well, oh, I forgot weekly solstice ones. I'm gonna put that. I should have put that on the guide actually. So I'm gonna save the weekly solstice ones just in case, because Guardian games weren't wiped before Witch Queen. They might be wiped. They might not be. So, what class do you think will have the best Arc 3.0 potential? This might be Copium, but I hope Arc Strider, man. I used to love the Arc Strider melee builds with Liar's Handshake and, the top tree. That's like one of my favorite builds of all time. And I really hope with just all that combination below. And so I hope that is very good. It's Copium, man.
Let's see. Lovely.
Excuse me. Cosmodrome. I don't know how, but I never knew it was in the middle pathway that connects Cadmus Range and Asteroid Abyss for like a year after. Yeah, you never really use it, right? I think it's most likely to be Warlock. Could be any of them. We'll see, man. We'll see. There are so many. I think they'll all be good. All the subclasses, like they can only get better. Like Arc Strider's all right. It can only get better. Stormcallers suck. They can only get better. Chaos Reach is fine. It probably could get worse. I don't think it will. Thunder Crash is already really good, but both the strikers can only get better, right? So
Need something?
I'm excited about it.
Sounds good.
Arc Solar Void, brother. Combination blow with Assassin's Cowl. I really like it with Liar's Handshake because you do like 3 times as much damage or whatever, but just all of them. It's just so good, man. It's just like, there's so much. I'm so excited to see what they do because there's so many possibilities. And like I said, like out of all 3 of the subclasses, Arc has the most room for improvement, I think. Arc's been consistently like kind of meh across the board. And so I'm excited to see what they do to change it. Because I think it has the most to gain, which means, maybe we'll get some stuff. It's been cooking for a long time as well. I don't think they'll nerf Thunder Crash. Like, nothing's really been nerfed super hard going from 2 to 3.0. So. Yo, Fern, how you doing, man? You having a good day? Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true, Eleanor. That's very true. Besides Warlock losing half their solar abilities, yeah, but now you can encourage Stash and Well at the same time, and that's fucked. You know what I can do on Warlock? I can do this on Warlock. I mean, that makes it broken, dog. Just like factually broken. Like, come on. Come on. I don't care. Take away all my abilities. As long as I can do that shit. I know. It's just like, it's so good, man. It's so good. It's like, oh, they're spawning over there. That's not broken. That's called smiley face. Yes. It's just my happy place, dog. Worldline 0 should have been the Eager Edge Sword. Well, I'm actually glad it's not, because now I don't have to use my... I don't have to use my exotic slot to Sword Skate. You're just back to the game. What the fuck? Oh, look. Enemy spotted. You know, like... I really hope they don't fix that. Like in King's Fall, can you imagine just like sending it across the jump puzzle? Tell me that wouldn't be fucking awesome, dog. That would be incredible. It'd be so much fun. It's just gonna, yeah, you're just gonna send it with like heat rises, dude. You're unstoppable. You'll be able to cross it. They have to nerf it. I hope they don't, but they have to. Like I don't see any way Bungie keeps that in the game. And what's crazy is that it's already been nerfed. Eager Edge has already been nerfed. And it's still that good. It's like, oh my god. It's awesome. It makes me so happy, dude. Fly past the dick wall? Yes. All of it. Oh shit. I was trying to see how many kills I have. I need solar. Oh wait, do I still need void? No, I have void. That's weird. How did I get void before arc? Calling now, Oryx boss is gonna go from worst boss in Destiny 1 to best boss in Destiny 2. I hope it does, man. Yo, Monkey, what's up, dude? Welcome. Okay, one more arc kill. That's easy. Easy bake oven, if you will. Can I just, like... To make Oryx shorter, I think it will compete with Riven. Yeah, I think if they make the Oryx fight like damageable, and yeah, like pretty much just shorter, I think I agree. I think it'll go to one of the best encounters. Yeah, an actual DPS phase is exactly what Oryx needs. I completely agree. And more forgivable if a player dies. Yes, that too. Is it an ogre still? It sounds like an ogre, but I don't know where he is. Oh, yep. Man, my man has a lot of health. Fair enough. I only want King's Fall because the armor is pure drip. It makes me sad that, like, the King's Fall, where you had, like, the glowy mohawk on the Age of Triumph gear, or yeah, Age of Triumph, that shit was awesome. I want that back so badly, but I just know it's obviously not gonna happen. Bro, leave me alone, freaks! I've completed Social Bounties, get deleted. So, Bodie McBoatface, most of the time, yes. But, the very previous time with Witch Queen, they did not wipe Guardian Games bounties correctly. For some people they wiped, some people they only wiped on a couple characters. It was very inconsistent. So I'm going to be saving them on each character, but it's a huge gamble whether or not they're going to disappear or not. Kingsfall definitely has the best Destiny 1 raid armor without ornaments. Yeah, I think that is a more than fair statement. Okay, and then oh, I can make it to that. Oh, I forgot to finish the Europa one. What the hell? Dude, I'm such a gym. I didn't do any of the lost sectors that I was supposed to do. Or the, yeah, like public events or lost sectors or anything on Europa. I did the one, I forgot to do the other one. King's Fall, and then Crota, and then Vogue, and then Wrath. I would definitely switch Wrath and Vogue. Vogue's vanilla armor was like blue armor, dog. Yeah, like Vogue's vanilla armor was very mid. There were like a couple of pieces that looked cool. Like the obviously the Hunter Cloak was amazing. The Titan Mark was cool. But like most of the armor was like... How many weapons did King's Fall have? You had hand cannon. You had machine gun, sniper, scout rifle, auto rifle, pulse rifle, rocket, shotgun? Fusion? Was there a shotgun? Fusion. Eight or nine. If it had a shotgun, it was 9. And then touch, obviously. Oh, it was 10? What did I miss? Shotgun. Shotgun, sniper. Rocket. They used to have one of everything. Some aren't being brought back. No, absolutely not. There's no way. I mean, they kept 2 away from Vogue. They'll do that again. Like, so yeah, like Vogue didn't have Praetorian Foil and it didn't have Praetor's Timepiece. Were those the only 2 that didn't come back? So I would expect Zolly's Bane to not come back, the hand cannon, and I would expect... Probably one of the specials. Probably the shotgun won't come back. I think the rest will come back. Maybe the rocket won't come back either. As long as we get Justice Chain and Dogma. Yes, Wrath. We need all of the Wrath weapons back. Oh, so it's 3 Vogue weapons that didn't come back? Then yeah. Then I think it'll be 3 King's Fall weapons that don't come back. What's your opinion on Smite? I liked Smite of Marine. I was a big pulse rifle guy in Destiny 1, man. I always loved the Blind Perdition the most. Blind Perdition was like my baby. But Smite of Marine was definitely... Oh, and Grasp. I love the Grasp of Moloch. Yeah, they gotta bring back Crota so we get those weapons. I didn't think about that. Anguish of Dry Sand. What was that? Was that the auto? Wait, did that count? Yes, okay, so both of those are completed. So now I can go to Europa and finish that. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Take Crota's into the dungeon. No, stop. Stop. Okay, I'm gonna start banning people, Doug. I don't even care. God, the dungeon takes, man. The dungeon takes. More like a story mission. Not funny, not cute. I will destroy you all. So, man, like, what did my man Crota ever do to you, Nerd Next, guys? You also have every emblem? No, absolutely not. Some of the emblems are like event exclusive and they're going for like hundreds of dollars. I don't really care about, like, I have some of the rarest emblems in Destiny 2. The thing is like, yeah, I'm 100% of the game, but I 100% everything that's attainable. Like, I don't care about things that like cosmetics. I really don't care about. The only cosmetics I like buy from Eververse are weapon and armor ornaments, because I think it's cool to have those just in case I want to do videos or whatever, and I like having them. I think they look good. I could care less about armor. I definitely don't care about ships or sparrows. I definitely don't care about emblems. And like, I have like this emblem. I'm not going to take that off until they make another charity emblem. Like, I really like this in Metagalactic Bloom because they are cool. They are amazing representations of what but our community has been able to do and help people. You know, it's a sign of, I don't care about the rarity of the emblem. Like, I hate when people try to gatekeep these emblems. Like, oh, Bungie shouldn't have brought this emblem back or whatever. Like, that's just such a small dick energy thing to do. To me, it's just an amazing representation of, like, I built this community with you guys. You guys obviously helped. So we built this community, and we then are using it in the best ways possible to help people. And I think that's just like a beautiful thing. I think that sets communities apart from each other, like, or platforms that, I think about like companies, right? Like, you have companies that just exist to make money. They, you know, treat people awfully. They buy their way out of court cases, all this stuff. And then you have companies that, yeah, they're filthy rich and probably doing like war crimes and shit, but they're also like helping people. So that it's like the best thing you can do is help people, I guess. Maybe that was a bad comparison because I'm definitely not doing any war crimes, but my point being, I'm super proud of what we have done, and I'm super proud that it's not only like I'm not trying to make like a YouTube dynasty over here. Like, I'm just, you know, we're having fun and we're helping people along the way, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. So it's definitely what I'm most proud of. So for instance, I don't have YouTube on my resume at all. Like, I don't have anything. The one thing relating to YouTube that I have on my resume is that we have raised over $30,000 in the past 3 years for charity. Because I'm truly proud of that. I'm truly proud of that, and I that's something, yeah, I'm just proud of that. Like, there's nothing else to say. Like, I'm super grateful that we have this and we're able to help that many people. It's very cool, man. It's very cool. I'm not saying this about you, but a lot of people also do charity reasons for PR reasons, not because they actually care. Yeah, that is true. That is actually, that's a really good point as well. But like, at the end of the day, I know what I'm about, you know? I'm gonna keep doing charity. Like, so for instance, like the charity event that we just did, our most successful charity thing ever that we've done, we raised over $15,000, I think, something like that. And I had already earned all the emblems, so I didn't get anything from it, but I don't care. I don't, like, that's not why I do it. I would participate in these if I didn't get an emblem, you know? Like, I could fucking care less about the emblems because you're helping people and sick kids and minorities and stuff, that's fucking awesome. So, like, yeah, you have people who are like, donate to my link, I want the emblem, and that just feels like, I had so many people that were like, I'd like post my updates, like, oh my god, we just broke $15,000 or whatever, and then like the first 3 replies are people saying like, oh, that's great, now that you have the emblems, I can get the emblems or whatever. And it's like, it's a weird gray area, because like Bungie obviously makes the incentives the emblems, but it just feels so shitty to be like, I only care about fundraising to help kids, or sorry, not to help kids, to get this emblem, and fuck your fundraiser, here we go, or whatever. It's just weird. It all goes to the same place, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, but it feels so scummy when people only partake in these things because of a cosmetic. You know what I'm saying? I found these 2 guys that choose emblems on the account. I found out, I was shocked that people would do that. Yeah, well, it do be like that sometimes, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, it's pretty tone deaf, but I guess if you wanted the emblem for a long time, it's natural to be excited. It's just, yeah, it's weird. Doing the right thing for the wrong reasons type of thing. But it's so weird that it is like for the wrong reasons, because Bungie like encourages it. Because they're like, hey, if you raise X amount of money, you get this emblem. So it's obviously an incentive to get people to raise money. It feels so weird. And then you have people that like have sold Metagalactic Bloom on eBay and stuff. That's like selling. I just direct impacted that guy from across the map, by the way. It was awesome. People who sell charity incentives, like, I don't want to be your friend, you know? Like, that's gross. That's disgusting. If you profit off of something you got from a charity incentive, if you like sell it, so like I have an extra Metagalactic Bloom, probably do a giveaway next time around. We'll see. I don't know. But if I were to like sell it and do like a fundraiser, like, hey, I'm gonna put this up using on eBay or whatever, every cent is going towards a charity. So, you know, we were able to raise like 500 more bucks for a charity or whatever, and I post proof of that. Like, that's different. But people who like, I know there are people who sold their Metagalactic Blooms the first year for like $1,000 and just kept the money, and that's disgusting. That's gross. So they should make it so anyone who contributes to the fundraiser can also obtain the emblem, not just the folks at the top. I mean, this time around, dog, there were 10 emblems you could get by contributing to the fundraiser. They literally did that. You know? Like, that already exists. So, I don't know. I guess it's good that Bungie makes incentives in the first place. Let more people participate this way. Yeah, I like that I really like that there's incentives to donate. You just see so much scummery with, scummery? Is that a word? You see so much scumbaggery with trying to get the fundraiser emblems. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. And we also, like, they raise, like, millions of dollars every year, so it's fucking awesome. Any way to do that, I guess. Not any way, obviously, but, like, any morally correct ways to do that is a win. So. See you, David. Thanks for hanging out, man. Remember, everyone, early tomorrow morning, probably around 9 Eastern, we are going to be doing Black Ops 2 Easter eggs with Evan and Marco Style. Very excited for it. Marco Style has never played Black Ops 2, and neither has Evan's editor, who is going to be playing with us as well. I'm very excited. I have not gone back to Black Ops 2 since Black Ops 2 ended. Like, I haven't played Transit or Die Rise in 7 years. Like, when did they come out? 2015? 8 years? I think 2015 was the last time I played. So yeah, it's been 7 or 8 years since I've played Transit and Die Rise and Buried. Oh my god, Buried. Yes, Buried's tomorrow. I'm so excited for Buried, man. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So it is it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna do the super Easter egg, at least one of them, if we have time, which I We may or may not. We're gonna do both super Easter eggs. And then I think the stream after that, we're gonna do Mom of the Dead and Origins, which I'm like, what a combo, man. What a fucking combo. I'm so excited for that. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, I think we're gonna do Richtofen first because Max's side of Easter egg is technically canon. So I think we're gonna do Richtofen first and then end with the Max's side. And then, oh man, we're so close to Shadows. We're so close. We're so close to all of the good ones, man. It's just right around the corner. How much do public events give you towards this? Hopefully it's like 25% or something, and then I can just do one more. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Want to hear a sick-ass dad joke? Let's do it, man. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Traversal, the best map? No. Shadows. I love Shadows of Evil. My top 3 are definitely Shadows, and then Origins, and then Mob of the Dead. Just everything about Shadows is perfect, man. I love the Easter egg, the atmosphere, the guns, the sword, the little Arnies, all the side Easter eggs, the beast mode. It's all just so good, man. I can't think of one blemish on. I think like the one negative about what could be one thing, the only thing I could think that could be better about Shadows is in development, there was an Easter egg to pack-a-punch the Apothecant Servants. I forget what it's called, pack-a-punched. There was a whole other side Easter egg, and it got scrapped. It doesn't exist. That would have been awesome. Is Evan doing videos for zombies? Yes. Yes, he is going. I don't know if he's going to go over like the solving the Easter eggs for them. But he is doing videos on the maps. And I'm curious with you guys. I have all this footage. I'm recording all of it. Is there anything that you guys would be interested in seeing? Like, I mean, I'm streaming all of it. But, you know, is there anything else you would like to, would you like to see tier lists, or would you like to see top 5s or top 10s, or like I have all this footage and I've always wanted, like, if you guys don't know, zombies is the reason I started content creating, because of zombies content creators and watching them and seeing all that stuff. That's what made me want to do this in the first place. And I really have never made zombies content. So if there's anything you guys are like have never seen on zombies before, or even if you have and you think I could do a different spin on it, feel free to give me ideas. I would love to do like top 5s and top 10s and stuff. I just think that would be so cool. Maybe I will. I'm gonna keep thinking about it. Obviously Destiny is the main focus, but just living the nostalgia of zombies has just gotten me so excited. You know, it's just so fresh. It's something I haven't felt in Destiny for a little bit. Like, not that I'm burnt out on Destiny or anything, but like the golden days of zombies were untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Do you love the game in this actual state? Yeah, I still love Destiny. I still enjoy playing Destiny. It's just hard to, I think a lot of the enjoyment of Destiny comes from the community. And so when we're at times where the community is not in love with Destiny, or like big parts of the community, it's like I can still enjoy it. But I am definitely it's wait, is this servitor? No. It's not the same. There's not that buzz. So it's like I get that personal enjoyment, but the thing that puts it over the edge is the community hype that you feel during like live events and secret missions and new raids and stuff. And so like right now there's none of that. The community feels a little bit disenfranchised, I think. And so like that's definitely noticeable. And so I'm enjoying the game, but it's definitely not that 10 out of 10 experience that you get when there's a Whisper mission or an Almighty or a Quarters of Time. Like I I live off, like, when my chat's just fucking hyping up and going and going and going, and, you know, we're racing to figure shit out, and the videos are popping off. Like, obviously, as a content creator, when people are consuming and enjoying my content and the stuff that content is based off of, I'm going to respond better emotionally to that. And so, yeah, so when the game's like this, I still play and I still enjoy it. I'm still grinding. I still play this game more than anything. And I wouldn't change that for the world. But people aren't necessarily, like, the streams are smaller, the videos aren't quite doing quite as well. The community sentiment around Destiny is obviously a little bit lower right now. Like, that sort of stuff definitely impacts how I feel about the game. So, final thoughts on the season. I really, really liked the narrative of this season a lot. Duality is a fantastic dungeon. I love that they brought back the Leviathan. It feels very weird that they brought back the Leviathan and even, like, the Tribute Hall without bringing back a lot of that content. I would have loved to keep doing the Leviathan raids. I would have loved to revisit the Tribute Hall. I love the Sever missions, but I think, once again, the one thing that's really holding a lot of these most recent seasons back is it just feels kind of the same. Like, it's like, we're obviously doing different content, but it really feels like we're doing similar content in different places. Like, what makes Sever different than Expunge? It feels very similar because they are inherently very similar. And what makes, like, Nightmare Containment different than, like, Astral Alignment or the Arrivals public event, whatever the fuck that was called? Not a lot, you know? And so, like, I feel like this season is just, the narrative was amazing and the theme was really cool looking visually. But at the end of the day, the core content, with the exception of Duality, because Duality is phenomenal, 10 out of 10, the core loop feels the same. And I really hope to see more innovation on and implementation of things like more secret missions and more just secret. It's those things that give flavor, you know? Destiny seasons are like steaks, right? But it's like the extra bits that really season the steaks and push it over the top, you know? We need more. I think we need more things that's like the things that make, like, the thing that makes, like, Splice or not Splicer, like Dawn so memorable is that it had both a community event and a community puzzle, and that shit was hype, dog. That shit was so hype. Chosen, you know, was a pretty mid-season, but that Almighty event really pushed it over the top. And I think a lot of people would consider Chosen to be better than Haunted, even though the core gameplay loop of Chosen sucked. You know, it's these special events that push it just beyond, over the top. That's what people remember the most. So that's what I think we need more of. And I hope we do get more of that, man. I love Duality, but I actually disagree. I think it wasn't done well at all. Main two criticisms. I like the quality control of Duality was really bad. Way too many bugs. Way too many bugs in Duality? Dog, I've done Duality like 500 times. And I can't think of a single bug. The only bug that I've even heard about, and it's never even happened to me, was the bell killing you if you're too close to it. And that's never happened to me, so... Were these the worst season ever? No. Season of the Drifter is the worst season ever, dog. What bugs are in Duality, LNR? Other criticism, I think it did a terrible job of communicating what to do as opposed to every other dungeon. I agree with the first encounter. I think the first encounter didn't really telegraph where you're supposed to stand in the rooms. Other than that, I thought it was fine. I figured it out solo on stream, so it was like, it's fine. Have you done it recently? There's a bug where you literally get instantly killed while teleporting during... No, I have not done it in the last couple of weeks, no. kind of shotting with stomping incendiary packs. That's not, to be fair. I mean, that's not really a bug. That just sucks, you know? That is unfortunate. I dislike when the incendiary packs blow you up. But in all fairness to Bungie, that is a game mechanic. It's just a fucking annoying game mechanic. Yeah, I mean, the only bug I can actually think... I have not played it since I got all my red bars. Because I don't really have any reason to. But... yeah, if there's a bug right now, I'm not aware of it. How was your birthday? It was pretty good. We're going out to celebrate tomorrow. We're gonna get donut burgers, dude. So it's not just bugs explicitly, but things I think Bungie should have looked at to make less time wasted die. Okay, yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, sure. I totally get that. The Gone encounter turned into slip and slide at one point. It's like trying to fight him on ice and his sword's launching you is a pain in the ass? What? Dude, that actually sounds... I want to experience this stuff. What? It's a bug where you just float off into the distance when teleporting. You cannot do a single thing about it. Bullshit. Where are you guys coming up with this? Like, what? I've never seen that before. Does anyone have a clip of this? That sounds awesome. What? It's a Sweatcicle clip? Is it on Twitter? What? Dude, I follow Sweat on Twitter. I feel like I would have seen that shit, dog. I want to watch that. Where is it? Where is it? Is it... Someone guide me. Or is it in a video or something? That link? Oh, you guys can't post links. Yeah, that link's not gonna show up. Only mods can. That's so people don't just, like, people don't come in here and just post porn or whatever. May 27th? Sorry, Twitter or YouTube cryptics? And it's Sweatcicle, right? Twitter, yeah, it's Sweat. Okay, I'll look for it. After this Lost Sector, we're gonna do it May 27th on Twitter. Dude, that's a long time ago. What? How did I miss this? Fuck, I'm sorry, dude. I feel like I've done it myself a disservice by not seeing this. Damn, dude. Well, from my experience of duality, it's fine. I guess if other people are having different experiences, that sucks. But, you know, I can really only judge things based off of my personal experiences. And it's weird I've never experienced that because I have farmed duality a lot, dog. Like, I have done some duality, let me tell you. 1 second. So, Sweatcicle on... May 27th? Oh shit. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
What? What? Guys? 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 Hello?
Yes,
Clyde, look up! Send help! Clyde!
What are you doing up there, bud?
Dude!
What? As a
Get me
yelled so
out!
loud, I literally can't hear him.
Can you not? What is this?
What's he doing up there?
What is going on this season? Bro!
Wait, no, oh no, I need this.
have I never seen that? Happen to sweat once, so it has to be super widespread. I mean, that is also fair. I have never seen that happen to anyone. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, I have it as a streamer, like high key, having shit like that happen to you is such a blessing because that clip pops off and it's like having like random glitches happen that are that cool is awesome. Like it might suck because he has to like rerun that, but it's awesome. It always feels like you're like, oh, that's a fucking clip, dude. That's hitting it. So good. Yeah, I can't believe I've never seen that, man. I don't know. Like I said, I can only assess duality off of my personal experience, and I've had a fucking great one. You know, even though I probably spent 20. Well, I don't want to say 20 hours. Like it's hard to say how much time I've spent in there. Maybe like 10 hours, 15, because of like farms and stuff. For all my red bars and for armor and for storm chaser, all that sort of stuff. And I've had nothing but a fantastic experience. I think it is a phenomenal dungeon. The incendiary packs were annoying, but just like adapt forehead lol. No, if it wasn't for the completely broken Titan build, that shit would have been like real hard for sure. I feel like they just put so much time into getting stuff ready to show Activision that they let the game go a little bit, if I'm honest. No, I don't know what that means, but I feel like you're missing a lot of info there, dog. Activision? You know Activision hasn't been involved with the game in 3 years? So I'm not really sure how that entire process 3 years ago would really affect this. Oh, Sony? No, I don't think so, dog. Remember, Sony didn't buy Bungie because of Destiny. They made that very clear. Destiny is barely part of the deal. Bungie said most of the money isn't going towards Destiny. Sony has openly said they have no interest in controlling Destiny. They seem to have bought Destiny, or Bungie, excuse me, for the other medias of Destiny, and more importantly, what many Sony execs have said, for Bungie's knowledge on how to run live service games. That's where the value was in Destiny. So I don't think Bungie cares what Sony thinks about what content is and is not in Destiny. You know? I don't know. I think I see why maybe people would come to that conclusion. But like I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think, Bungie's doing a lot of expansion right now. Spent 24 hours actually. Oh, there you go. No shot you're choosing Shadow Throne or Pit over Duality. I still think I like Shadow. I think Shadow Throne is still my favorite. It's just such a short and sweet. Like the thing I like about Shattered Throne is the pacing. The pacing is perfect. Like dungeons, like okay, so like Grasp of Avarice, screeching halt halfway through. Pit of Heresy, screeching halt halfway through. Actually, Pit of Heresy is just a very slow one. Prophecy, screeching halt halfway through. But both Duality's okay in the pacing. There's some of the jumping puzzles are kind of long, but the pacing's pretty good in Duality, and Shattered Throne is just like kind of full throttle all the way through, and I really like that. It's just like if I'm doing a piece of content, I hate when stuff just gets super boring and slow halfway through, personally. You hate the Ascended Realm? Wow, really? I just wonder what they're doing then, because coming back into the studio a bit once COVID settled down hasn't seemed to do much at all. I don't think they're in the studio yet, dog. I mean, I see posts from the devs all the time that are like, I'm visiting the studio for the first time in like 10 years today or whatever. Like their studio is undergoing like very heavy renovations right now. I think they completely knocked it down and they're building it up. Like I don't think anyone but the security team, like server team is there. But maybe I'm wrong. It seems, if anything, it's a skeleton crew. It seems like the vast majority of Bungie employees are still working from home. And I don't think that makes them any less or more productive, to be clear. I mean, dog, we got Witch Queen when they were working only at home, right? Like, they obviously can deliver content. I think it's more of they're expanding right now, and anytime you add new facets to, like, they're expanding IPs, they're building new IPs, they're expanding their teams, and when you're expanding teams, for instance, let's say like an undergrad comes to study under me. The first 2 or 3 weeks is me teaching that undergrad the most basic ass shit, and that means that I cannot do my research for those couple of weeks, or my research doesn't go as far as it needs to. And the hope is you get everyone trained up, you take the time to train everyone, and then your productivity doubles or triples, you know? And so there's anytime you add new members to a team, you have to devote resources to teaching them how it's done, especially with something like video games where it's so subjectively, you know, different across, everyone codes differently, different engines and stuff. I think what we're seeing now is the product of them adding so many different people to the teams while expanding the company in general. And I think once everyone gets settled, we're gonna see a very different version of Destiny. Andrew Tate, scared. No, sorry, dog. At least partially started to come back in. I still see, like, because I don't like know personally a lot of the devs, but I've had interactions with a lot of the devs. I follow a lot of the devs, and it seems to me that they are not back yet. Dude, that's like the first based thing that James has ever said. What the fuck? One less trip feed, to be honest. That's what I think a lot of the secret stuff helps, because then you just get like these crazy content drops all at once. But I guess just wish the concept felt brand new and fantastic. No, I completely agree. Like I said, like I feel like a big problem as of late is a lot of, you can put the coolest skin ever on it, the Leviathan skin, but if the content's just relatively the same, it's going to feel very the same regardless of where it is, right? Like a public event's going to feel like a public event. And so I completely agree. I think that a lot of the seasons are just missing character, things that make them stand out from the other seasons. And I feel like that's something that's been increasingly noticed by myself and a large part of the community as of late, in the last handful of seasons. Like, I think Lost stood apart really well. I think, you know, it had the Shattered Realm, which was fucking awesome. Secret stuff there. I think if Lost wasn't 6 months too long, or whatever, or like 4 months longer, I think Lost would be regarded by the community as one of the best of all time. And I still think Lost is one of the best seasons we've ever had. But I think because of the extra 3 or 4 months, I think it gives people a negative impression. But things like the Shattered Realm, the final mission, that sort of stuff was very cool. Very cool. Look here, I found a dude with 1400 Iron Banner KD. Oh my god. Yeah, no, James, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. It is, even though every season is different in story and different in like theme, it feels the same to play, because there's always like one activity mission, one story mission. The story mission is there's like 3 or 4 missions, and then you get 3 or 4 of the same mission with a different skin on it, you know? It's been like that forever. The the seasons, in addition to these, I don't think we don't need these things, but I think in addition to these things, we need more unique content. There's nothing about this season that makes it stand out. There's nothing unique to Season of the Haunted, right? We have a public event style thing. We have story missions. There's just nothing unique. The most unique thing is duality. It's not even part of the season. You know, we don't have a Shattered Realm for this season, which was kind of a story thing, but it was done so well. It was done differently. We don't have Corridors of Time. We don't have a Whisper mission that makes this mission. We don't have a Presage even. We don't have anything like that. This season just has like all of the normal bells and whistles that every other season has. And I feel like that's what people are getting burnt out on. I get they care about the story. It feels like they're putting the narrative over the gameplay. I get why people might think that, because the story's so good and the gameplay's not, but remember, those are two very different teams. I don't think that's the case. I understand why people feel that, but it's not like they have 100 resources and they can put X amount in the narrative and X amount in the gameplay, right? Like, they just have a narrative team and they have a gameplay team that have their own internal resources. So I don't think it's a give and take between the two. I just think the narrative team's just been killing it so much lately that when the gameplay is just not that interesting, I get why people would think that, right? It's like, okay, so think about this, like, we got a dungeon this season, and people might, I have seen people say like, oh, I would rather better seasonal content and no dungeon. But I don't think those two influence each other. I think, you know, we know the Raid and Dungeon team is its own thing, and we know the gameplay design team is their own team. So I don't think it's like Bungie has 100 coins and they have to split them up between all their different teams. I think it's just sometimes, you know, certain teams are going through some stuff, you know, or one individual team doesn't have the resources that the other things do, but that's not because they didn't write a good enough grant or whatever, you know? So, the fact we can't earn opulent energy by doing core activities is dog shit. Yes. yeah, the opulent energy grind is horrifying. I feel like that was a big miss from the investment team. For sure. For sure. Astral and Override were nowhere near as good as Containment. I feel like they were largely the same. I don't know. Nowhere near as good as Containment. I feel like Override and Nightmare Containment to me feel identical. You know? They are like the same. I look at them the same way. The gameplay was fairly similar between the two. Obviously different skins on them. But I mean, Override was you collecting motes and banking them by killing things. Nightmare Containment is just you killing things to collect souls or whatever the fuck. And then there's a big boss at the end. Like, they feel very the same. I guess I'm talking about a fun perspective. Yeah, okay, that's fair. When I look at these things... Yeah, I will say, yeah, Nightmare, I would rather do Nightmare than Override, but that's mostly because of, like, the scythe, you know? Like, Nightmare Containment does have specific things that make it pretty cool, you know? It's obviously not the best, and it's, once again, I don't think that radically different from anything we've had before, but it's not bad. The fact that basically every boss this season was literally ripped from old content was so dumb. To be fair, that's probably a narrative thing. I think, I'm not sure what series of events led to that, but I would not be surprised if, like, the narrative team was like, you're gonna fight your old nightmares, and you're gonna fight your character's old nightmares, and then the game development team designed around that. That's what I think probably happened there. I think that is an instance where I think, yeah, the narrative probably did shape the gameplay aspect of that. I wouldn't be surprised of that at all. So I guess that is an example of, like, going hard in the narrative maybe affecting excuse me, the gameplay a little bit. Also, I'm considering the desert part of the gameplay because everyone who cares is buying everything anyways. That's such a hard thing to do, because it's like, if that were the case, then Season of the Risen is the best season ever because Witch Queen came out. You know, like, I try to differentiate this. It's also really hard to do. This is a very weird fringe case of a season as well, because everything's free to play. You can do Nightmare Containment and do all the patrol shit on the Leviathan for free. So it's like, if we're just basing off of the paid season, that's Sever, and that's it. You know, it's Sever and the 6 new weapons, and that is the season. So it's the lines of like what makes a season is very hard to draw a distinction on. Like, I thought Shadowkeep was all right. But like Season of the Hunt, not it, you know? And I don't know, like, or I'm definitely, okay, I guess, sorry. I thought Beyond Light was really good, is what I meant to say, sorry. I mixed up Undying and The Hunt. But if we think, like, Beyond Light was a pretty good expansion. I enjoyed it a lot, and the raid was fantastic, but I'm not about to say Season of the Hunt's a top 5 season because it brought Deepstone, you know? Like, they happen to coincide, but I don't think it's the same thing. I don't think it's fair to the other seasons. So here's the thing, expansions are isolated, they're content-based for content plus all other content the year, but seasons are time-based, right? But I mean, that's still the same thing. Like, it still came out in that time frame. And you could just make the argument that, like, you know, Duality is its own mini DLC. It is its own mini expansion. Like, it's so hard to draw definitive lines of like what counts as a season and what doesn't, you know? It's possible you never use a different weapon after you got Forbearance? Yes. Even Solar feels the same on every class. Just like Void though, that will change once the season ends. The reason all solar classes feel the same is because everyone plays the exact same way, because of Classy Restoration and solar fulmination or whatever, all that shit. The same way everyone played exactly the same because of Volatile Flow and all that shit. So just wait till the end of the season, then all of the classes will fit into their niches. It happens all the time. That's exactly. There will be way fewer, especially Warlock and Hunter builds, viable after Classy Restoration is taken away, and then it'll feel more unique. Losing 480. Oh, I hate that, dude. Yeah, the Postmaster needs to be addressed. It's been long enough. Raid story always goes around with the expansion story instead of the seasonal story. It's the opposite with dungeons. Yeah, I guess I can see where you're going with that. I mean, you can make the argument that like Risen or Vow was both for Risen and Witch Queen, since they were really one in the same story. And then obviously the returning raids are gray areas there. And like Pit didn't, well, that's not true. Pit was more of Shadowkeep's story. It was actually more of its own story. Pit was actually, yeah, completely its own story, really. But it was much more similar to Shadowkeep than Undying. And the raid was Undying. So it's backwards there. For Shadowkeep and Undying, the examples are actually reversed. The dungeon was more about the expansion and the raid was more about the season. Well, Mini Hammer and Suncelestial will be good next season. Yes, because even though you're losing Classy Restoration, the Mini Hammers give you back health. So, yeah. They'll still be busted. And then, like... yeah, yeah. I don't remember what happened in Shadowkeep. Pyramid shit, really. I guess it's technically it's so the raid's actually a weird case. Garden's a weird case because the end of Shadowkeep directly led to us going into the Garden, but then us beating Garden into Salvation directly kicked off Season of Undying. So really the raid is both, but the dungeon is more the expansion. That's it. So that raid actually has to do with both. So I guess it's not fair saying it only has to do with the season. The raid was a direct result of the expansion, but directly caused the season. Whereas the dungeon was it was pretty unrelated, really. But it was definitely more Shadowkeep just because of the environment, I guess. How many more of these do I need? Waves completed. Dude, this shit takes so long. Guardian was more undying because of the environment and enemies? Yeah. Well... I don't know. Like, I think Garden... But remember, the whole reason we went into the Garden was to stop the signal that we heard from the artifact at the end of Shadowkeep. So I wouldn't say it's more or less either of them, because it would not have happened without Shadowkeep, and Undying definitely would not have happened without Garden of Salvation. So I think it's like almost exactly 50-50 both of them. Like, yeah, sure, it has Vex enemies, but really at the end of the day it was the darkness fucking with us, so it's like barely Vex anyways. It's such a weird... It's a weird thing. Just redo the first two. I like to do the first three. But yeah. Much easier to do. I don't know. I finished it. I didn't get to see the boost. I assume it's 2 and 3 times, but I have no idea. Is it 2 and 3 times? Okay. Can't wait to blind everyone within a 50-kilometer radius. Oh no. I really hope blinding's not one of them, dude. I'm gonna be so sad. Oh, bro. Oh, bro? Happy I did most of it before the boost? Dude, at least you didn't finish it. Honestly, if the boost wasn't active until the 3rd week, I probably still would have done it anyways. But, or I still would have done it. But it's, it makes me kind of sad that Bungie didn't say anything. Like, they knew they were gonna fix it, but they didn't say anything. Like, that feels so weird. Like, why not just say, like, hey, we know we fucked up the boost, we're going to boost. Sorry. I just feel like with a lot of the Solstice stuff, they were so quiet about it. They didn't mention anything about the one leaf glitch. And so, I even, like... I guess even Liliana, because I was like, do they know anything about the fix? Here's the fix. And she was like, we have to confirm it's a bug. And it's like, I get that, but at least like, it feels, especially for a limited time event, it feels very weird not referencing event breaking bugs until they get fixed the last week of the event. Are you streaming the Black Ops 4 Easter eggs with the game? So I know Evan wants to at least go through Black Ops 3. I'm going to try to convince them to go through Black Ops 4 and Cold War. Because even Cold War's Easter eggs were pretty fun. And Outbreak was very revolutionary. I have never done the Black Ops 4 Easter eggs. I've done 9's Easter egg. I've never done the rest of them. And so I would love, like, I have not only never done them, I have only in Black Ops 4 ever played 9 Voyage of Despair, Blood of the Dead, and Classified. Like, only the at-launch maps. I've never played the house one, Dead of the Night. Is that what it's called? I've never played the Greek one, which people love. I've never played... I'm missing one. I've never played the Alpha Omega. I've never played the Call of the Dead one. Is that all of them? So I've never done those, and I want to so badly. So I hope we do them. Tagdir Untoten, yes. Ancient Evil, yes. That's what it's called. I've never done any of those, and I want to so badly. So I hope I can convince them to do Black Ops 4, because it's just like, man, I want to. And then, you know, if they don't do Cold War, that's fine. I think Cold War, it definitely started falling off there. Like, Cold War had interesting Easter eggs, but the maps were just not as fun. Yeah, if we don't do Vanguard, I'll be fine with that. We'll see. But tomorrow, once again, tomorrow morning at about 9 o'clock Eastern-ish, we are going to be doing... we're starting on Transit, and then Die Rise, and then Buried tomorrow. We should get through all 3 of those, I think. Pretty excited about it. And then they want to do both sides, so we'll at least do, I think, the Richtofen one tomorrow, I think. And then because I'm gonna recommend we do Richtofen first, since Maxis is canon. So, and just do Maxis last, so that's the one you remember going into Mob of the Dead, and then Origins, and then, oh damn it, Cold War has better maps and mechanics. No. Look, I have only seen pictures of the Black Ops 4 maps, but I am very experienced with the Cold War maps. So I did all the Easter eggs. I played all the maps. Cold War's maps, the problem is they don't have character. They're literally all military bases. All 4 of them are military bases, and it's just not interesting. They're all like the most interesting one is the one that came after Firebase Sea. I forget its name even. Fuck, what was it called? It was like in the city. In the city in Germany or whatever. Because it was a city. And then guess what? You spend the entire time in a secret military base underneath the city. Yeah, Mauerdertone, thank you. So it's just like, they lost it. They lost the plot, I feel like. Because a lot of what made zombies awesome was the crazy ass maps. In you know, the Antarctica and Tunguska or whatever, and fucking in a Mayan temple, and on the moon, in a Cosmodrome. Like, they're all different. They're all so different, and that's what made them so cool. And now it's just like the last 4 maps have been military bases, and then obviously you have the 2. I haven't played either of the ones. No, that's a lie. I did play some Vanguard, the launch map, but that's it. I haven't played any other ones. So, have you seen the video on what Black Ops 4 was supposed to be? No, I have not. All right, everyone. Well, I'm hungry, so I think I'm gonna go eat. Pretty good grind. A little bit more grinding to do on the weeklies. The weeklies are always the hardest part, but it seems like, I mean, we're almost done. We're almost done on my second character, and then the other character is going to be free. It's a couple hours of grinding on each. Not big. Not a big deal. Tomorrow morning, be there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Once again, Marco Style has never played Transit or Black Ops 2, so showing him Transit, it's gonna be so overwhelming. And then doing Die Rise, dude, I'm gonna do some trolling with the Trample Steam. It's gonna be pretty fun. And then Buried, the masterpiece that's Buried. I'm very excited for all of this. So thank you guys for hanging out. It's gonna be so much fun. Catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, and hell yeah, guys. Catch you tomorrow.